Cockatoo. There's a lot of hype on Mount Evelyn coming into this season with all the recruiting that they did, so they really need to prove to the outer east world that they are a serious contender. They lost by 141 points last week. They can't let that happen again, that's for sure. Gembrook Cockatoo went down by 40 to Monbulk, and they want to prove that they're also a serious contender.
Gembrook going that way, so I imagine, because Frere's parked himself right into squares, I imagine he would be at full forward.
I believe he's going to be full forward. Trent, Damon Kiff looks like he's starting in the forward line as well for Mount Evelyn, so they really do like to throw their skipper around, do the Rovers. So I imagine he'll go into the middle at points during the game, but for now he is going to start forward. Billy Gordon looks like he's going to go up in the ruck up against Peter Snoxel.
Marley Williams straight in the middle.
Yep, there we go. And I think we do see Robbie Nahas in the back line as well, Trent. So action at Gembrook Recreation Reserve is not too far away. Both sides are out there ready, raring to go. It is 2:27 p.m. We do apologise, a little bit behind schedule here, but the umpire holds the ball aloft. There we go. So we are away, round two. It is Mount Evelyn versus Gembrook Cockatoo. Gordon went early, but it was Snoxel who won the tap, who got it down to ground level, tried to get it to his man Williams. He gets the handball away. Snoxel with ball in hand once again. He's wrapped up in the tackle. And we will have a stoppage early days in the first quarter. Take two in the centre. Just to the outer side of the ground towards the scoreboard. So once again, Gordon up against Snoxel. Gordon won that tap, but it was sharked beautifully. Now they might be away. Orcock can put Gembrook Cockatoo inside forward 50. Nearly cut off there by Fellows, but he couldn't take it clean. Here we go. Kick towards goal. Looks pretty good. It's home. How about that start for the Bookers? They're on the board early.
Yeah, great start that they would have wanted to get on to the board real early under home ground.
Just trying to get a look at who's kicked that one, Trent. I think it might have been one of the Bourne brothers who might have snuck forward. I think it might have been, yeah. I think Michael Bourne's actually snuck forward. He's playing on the wing, it looks like. So there we go. First goal on the board already for Gembrook Cockatoo. And that's only taken about 40 or 50 seconds. So it's back in the middle once again. Gordon up against Snoxel. Snoxel probably just got the better of that one. Through comes O'Neill. He got the handle away just in time. Mount Evelyn, can they get the instant response here? They put it inside forward 50. Urquhart in a 1-on-1. Couldn't take it cleanly. Here's Cal Urquhart. Oh, he couldn't take it cleanly. Good strong tackle was laid. Ball still in play. Heads towards the boundary line. And it will be a stoppage in the forward pocket for the Rovers. So hot start to this game, figuratively and literally. So an early goal for the Bookers. Through Michael Bourne, we believe. Boundary throwing. Up it goes. So once again, Gordon up against Snoxel. Gordon to the front one. The tap, but it was sharked by Williams, and he's away. Gets a handle to one of his teammates. They can go through the broadcast side. High up and under ball here. Bailey Forbes will park himself underneath it. No, he won't need to. Another one of the Mount Evelyn defenders cuts across and cut it off. Short kick is a good one. This will work out to Burton. Burton assesses his options down the line. Nothing really presenting to him. Is this 25? No.
Play gone down behind play.
Daniel Chamberlain, a bit sore early. Is that a
bit of push and shove going on too?
I think this might be a downfield free kick, in fact, Trent. And you're right, there is...
They're getting into Liam Henson a little bit. So I'm wondering...
There is a bit of feeling out there, so Casey Burton... Well and truly far out to score, but he'll put him inside forward 50. Oh, it's over the head. Urquhart was in the area, but he couldn't take the mark. Through comes Marley Williams once again. He got a kick away. Couldn't find a set of hands. Mount Evelyn looked to reload once again. No one could take the ball. Clearly picked up beautifully there by Trott. Was he taken high? No. Umpire calls for a stoppage and half forward here for Mount Evelyn.
So half forward here for Mount Evelyn, as I'm going to have to stand up. I'm not the tallest bloke going around. So as the ball gets thrown up now, Gordon fights his way to front position and does that well, but tackle laid strongly there by Murray Williams and somehow snaps the ball out in mid-tackle and has ended up with it. So now it's going to be a ball up here in the middle. Ball will be thrown up into play here. Snoxel does well to get around the back here. Now they can link up through hands. He's pushed helped over the line for a boundary throw in. Was Alcott, so now they'll throw this ball back in for the two rucks to go out. As we mentioned, Aidan, a bit of feeling out here early.
Yep.
So ball to be thrown back into play here. Ball thrown back into play. Gordon again finds front position. Gets there a free kick there. No umpire says play on. They both had it go at each other. O'Neill gets a handball over the top. Henson cuts it off. But his tackle show away. So this one's going to be a ball up. Deep inside the forward 50 here for Mount Evelyn. Gembrook Cockatoo was the first one on the board. So the ball thrown up, Gordon in good position here, then decides to go over the back, but Shark here and Gembrook Cockatoo can pounce off here. Now they bring it up down the wing to a 2-on-1 contest, but it's probably going to be cut off here, and cut off it is, and he's done that well into the hands of Bowden. So Bowden now looks to send it back inside forward to the top of the 50. Urquhart's there, but unable to get home, so now they can mop it up, and Urquhart goes back in, lays a big tackle as the umpire sees this, no prize, so it's going to be a ball up inside the forward 50, so applying the forward 50 pressure is Mount Evelyn, not allowing it to go far outside of their 50, locking it in. Now they just need to try and capitalise on an opportunity here as the ball's thrown up into play. Gordon again fights his way one arm to front position, tackle laid, and it's going to be a ball up.
Like the start of Connor Alcott here, Trent, he's been very busy early.
Yeah, 100%. So the ball to be thrown back into play, balled up here. Looks like O'Neill and Williams will go head-to-head as well for a lot of the day. Stocksall gets the tap down. They look to try and burst out. Did he dispose that correctly? Umpire says play on. Now, Gembrook Cockatoo look to get the ball moving here through Tilly. The skipper gets a handle over the top. Now they look to chase after here through Trot. Ball at the bottom of the pack. Now they get a few handballs out through Burton. Ball's probably going to help itself over, and help itself over it does as we look to ball this one back in.
So Bandry throwing forward to centre for Mount Evelyn. They've had a couple of repeat entries, but haven't been able to get the connection just yet. But promising signs at least for the Rovers. They've already had a lot more territory at this point of the game than what they did a week ago. O'Neill gets the handle away just in time. Burton can send him inside forward 50. Looking for Urquhart. He might get out of the back. He's got it. Well done, Cal Urquhart. Got himself in a good position. Read it beautifully. And he'll get an early look. Didn't kick one last week, so this for his first goal for season 2025. And as expected, Ben Schultz with a big match-up on Cal Urquhart. We'll line them up from 25 out on little to no angle. So this for a response for Mount Evelyn. They conceded the first one. Can Cal Urquhart kick truly? A real confidence booster for the Rovers. Their main man up forward, in he comes. With a slow, deliberate approach. Looks pretty good off the boot, and it's straight over the goal umpire's cap. There we go.
He's up the baby celebration.
Yeah, that's it. Now he had twins in the pre-season, Trent, so he's now father is Cal Urquhart, so he's going to be pretty busy with that as well, but he's kicked that one beautifully and scores a level early days in the match of the round. 6.5 gone in the first. 1-0 apiece.
Yeah, no, obviously a notable goal kicker, Urquhart is in, and Adam, how have you been seeing the game so far?
It's been pretty competitive. Urquhart did really well to get out the back of that contest, just like really take the strong mark out the back. There's a lot of good matchups in that forward 50 for Mount Evelyn. I think there's a little bit of a tension going on with Hansel as well, so Hansen even. Yes, so it's a pretty fired up game at the moment. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Adam. So Gembrook Cockatoo go inside forward 50 once again. Forbes, can he stick the mark? Yes, he can. Beautifully done, Bailey Forbes. And he goes to the outer side of the ground. Bit of an up and under ball, but it might work out okay. Now he just couldn't quite find the agency there of Murphy. And now Gembrook Cockatoo, they'll look to reload. Kick into the corridors, a dangerous one, but it might work out. That's a good strong mark taken there by Gakoa, who handballs, releases a teammate there. I think Michael Ball once again, is it? No, it's not, but he can put him inside forward 50. Should be picked off though, and it is. So they're holding up well here at the Mount Evelyn defence. To the outer side of the ground they go once again. That's a good kick.
Mystery 47 out there.
Really, there is a mystery 47. There's always a couple of mystery numbers. They'll look after a Sunday trend anyway. They come back into the corridor. Inaps with an up and under one. Bit of a pitching wedge. It's going to be a tough one to mark. Schultz comes across and does that beautifully. So it took a bit of a risk to come off Urquhart to Ben Schultz. But he's won the ball back for Gembrook Cockatoo. And he just chips it down the line, and that should work out okay. Michael Fred up the ground, is it? Just chips it in short once again to Volta, but Urquhart did well defensively, got the fist in just in time, but once again Gembrook Cockatoo, they win the hard ball. Another up and under one, going to be tricky to mark, and again the Rovers cut it off on the outer side.
He was Freo making his way up the ground, doing real well there. He's always been a big body, he can bust through.
He can merit into the corridor. He didn't quite hit the kick though, it might work out okay, and again the Rovers to the outer side, and they can slow it down, and Damon Kift, steadfast, just slows it down. Long kick to about half forward, looking for Urquhart, but it's well and truly wide of him, and they've turned it over, and Gembrook Cockatoo once again can counter-attack.
So Gembrook Cockatoo to bring the ball back in for Schultz, and he'll decide to come backwards, almost a bit too much on the kick, but they've done it all right. Now they're going to bring it all the way back here to Adams. Adams has Trot short. Ooh, it's not Trot, it's Snoxall. Now they go forward. Snoxall manages to mop that up and gives it over to the skipper in Tilly. Tilly now eyes the middle of the ground, sees something
here we go.
and that's a beautiful kick. Now they can go inside 450 off the boot of Christopher Bourne, on its way through, and it's in!
There we go.
Great movement of play there, starting off in the back line through Tilly, who took that kick on through the middle of the ground, took the risk, and it has paid off.
And both the Bourne brothers on the board early, Trent.
Yeah, it's just, there's not many people that would be brave enough to pull off that kick and hit it, because he did it with distance as well.
No, exactly right, Trent. To have the skill to be able to do it as well, but just to be able to have the guts to do it. And it's paid off for Gembrook Cockatoo, who are taking it on early. They've had a couple of nervous moments, but they've been able to handle them when it's counted. As we wait for the ball to come back into the centre. So this is a good start for Gembrook Cockatoo. 2 goals on the board, 9.5 into the first quarter. And Evelyn with the run. So pretty tight contest early days.
So the ball to be thrown back in here. Gordon tries to get front position. In front position he gets it. So Mount Evelyn can smack this one back inside 450. Urquhart's there. Punch to the front of the pack. Picking it up is the skipper Kift, and he does well. Lowers his eyes. Gives a handball off. Now they're going forward. Boot to the ball. Towards goals. And it's through. Another one. A bit of a floating looking kick, but all that matters is it's a goal, and it looks like it might be one of the debutants.
Yeah, I think it has to be. They're all coming from all corners.
Just trying to gather which number debutant it is. Couldn't quite gather it.
64. I think that might be Murphy.
It must be Murphy.
Yeah, it must be Murphy.
So I think Murphy might be... They've done it to us again, Trent. They said 65, and apparently he's run 64. But anyway, the ball's back in the middle, and once again scores a level. 10.5.
How good's that to get your first goal like that? Obviously, they were looking for him, and he finished it off with style as well,
He did. He was under pressure, Trent, and he finished beautifully, as you said. So Bourne's gone into the ruck up against Billy Gordon. Gordon had the better of the tap, but he's gone to ground the big fella. Bit of a gridlock in the centre of the ground. They get a kick away to Mount Evelyn. That came off the boot there of Jason Wand, who tries to get it to about half forward. Volter should be able to cut this off though for Gembrook Cockatoo. He is currently on a 1-on-1 up against Heathcote. They take it to the boundary line. It'll be thrown back into play on the outer side. So if you're just tuning in, scores are level 11 minutes into the first quarter. Both sides 2 goals apiece. No behinds as of yet, so no blemishes on the scoreboard. So once again, Bourne up against Gordon in the ruck. Gordon tried to grab it out, but he spilled it. Through came Frater. Once again through the outer side. High up and under ball, and mystery number 47 looks for a target half full, but he couldn't quite stick the mark, and it'll go over the boundary line. It will be thrown back into play. So another stoppage on the outer side. Forward to centre here for Gembrook Cockatoo. They've moved the ball quite nicely so far this game, it has to be said. So once again another stoppage. Bourne and Gordon in the ruck. So boundary throw in, up it goes. Gordon will get the better of this one. Try to tap it over his head. Couldn't quite make it work, but now Mount Evelyn there on the counter-attack. Kift, can he get this one out the back? Does he get an accommodating bounce? No, it worked out beautifully though for Ben Schultz of Gembrook Cockatoo. He gets the ball moving, looks for Bourne. Couldn't stick the mark. Was there a free kick? No, umpire calls them to go, but Mount Evelyn once again on the counter through Justin Hale. He was tackled though just at the last moment. Now Gembrook Cockatoo on the counter-attack. The ball is floating everywhere at the moment. They want the boundary line, and eventually they get it, so real scrappy couple of minutes here.
Just one thing I've noticed, and I think with the recruit of Lucas O'Neill, we're going to see Damon Kiff play a bit more forward. He's obviously got the height down there to be an extra target down there, because he's definitely played a lot last week, and now he's starting there a lot this week as well.
He did, yeah, but he will get his run through the middle at some point. Anyway, Gordon, he's turned it over straight back to a Gembrook Cockatoo play there, and Frater. High ball to half forward. Is a mark taken? Yes, it is. And this might be another opportunity here early for the Brookers. Ashley Beck, there we go. So he's wearing the old number of Miles Wareham. So I'm going to have to make sure that I don't call him Wareham too often. He's got a similar sort of height and build actually to Miles Wareham, it has to be said. So a like-for-like replacement for the number 6 for Gembrook Cockatoo. He'll line them up from right on about 50. Not too much angle to deal with. So this to get the Brookers back in front. They haven't trailed so far today. They've drawn level a couple of times. They've Mount Evelyn. Beck. Distance just going to fall short, I think. Can someone get it on the line? Now it's rushed over for a behind, but they do get the lead back to Gembrook Cockatoo. So first blemish on the scoreboard. A rush behind via the Mount Evelyn defence.
To Mount Evelyn to bring the ball back into play now. Play on has a long kick down the wing, but it looks like it might be cut off. No, he's done well to get the front position there and take the mark there, flying in front. Now they go quickly through there, but it looks like this might be turned over. Looking for the boundary, and the boundary they'll get. Interesting decision that, because I thought he could have gone for the mark.
It's always about that communication, isn't it, Trent? You never be quite too sure.
So the ball will be thrown back into play here. Gordon to go up in the rucks against Chris Bourne. just throws Bourne out of the way and monsters him out of the way and then gets the tap down now, kick towards centre half forward. Can it might be taken, looking for a teammate there in Chamberlain, who's back on the ground now. They get a handle at the back here, then Nahas has it for Gembrook, Cockatoo, and he gets through the middle. Kicks it up the middle of the ground. Can it might be taken? No, it can't. But it's going to fall out the back. Who can get onto it? And Williams is in the area. Couple of handballs through the back. Mount Evelyn try and get out of this, and they've done this all right because they can get it out to Burton. Ooh. Doesn't quite hold the mark, but just falls next to him, so he gathers it up. Has a bounce. He's in retreat. Now someone kick down towards the middle of the pack and they try and get it here. Here's Murphy again. He's tackled straight away. Now they look to link up. Was that a throw? Umpire says no. Schultz goes across the ground. Interesting looking kick, but it worked. Great chase down, tackled there by O'Neill. Just gets a kick away in time. Now they tap it along here. Mount Evelyn applying the pressure now. Kick off the ground. I think he accidentally put a boot into the ball there, but keeps in the play. They go off the ground again. Urquhart's lost his feet. Everyone's slipping everywhere here. Now tackle Wade. And it's going to be a ball up deep inside the forward 50 here for Mount Evelyn, so they get another look at it.
So Robbie Nahas, that mystery number 47, is he, Trent?
Yeah, by the looks of it, I think
you're right.
So, ball looking to be thrown up here now, and that it is. Tap down was won by Bourne there. They go for the back. Now, they're never going to play deliberating, but if there was, that was pretty much as good as you get.
That was probably the one, yeah, but that's all right.
So the ball now to be thrown back into play here. Bourne going up against McKernan. Now tap down, Mount Evelyn try and get the clear and kick out of there. Unable to. Two people go high. The ball. Williams gets the handball out. It's going to be a high contact free kick. It's going to go the way of Gembrook Cockatoo. So Gembrook Cockatoo will be able to get the free kick here through Alcott, who you mentioned, Aiden.
Yep.
You've liked the way he started this game. He'll go back to shoot the mark, then ducked underneath it, but he's done all right here. Now they're getting out of trouble, and Nahas kicks it over the top. Can it might be taken? No, it can't. 2-on-1 situation, but losing his foot there. Now Trott can get on underneath it, unable to hold the ball cleanly. Here's Urquhart, just puts his boot into the ball. Schultz is there. Is it going to sit all right for him? Yes, it does. So he gets it, then goes short, and he does that one all right. And he can give that off to Marshall at half back.
So Marshall can just steady the Brookers here. A couple of interesting moments. A few players slipping, which is a bit bizarre because there hasn't been a lot of rain recently, and it's a beautiful day there at the moment. High up and under ball. Michael Bourne, can he park himself underneath it? He couldn't stick the mark. Inaps couldn't take it cleanly. They'll come back the other way here off the boot of Fuchs, I believe it was, but beautifully trapped by Hens, and eventually gets the ball under his control. Had to get the handball away, and he might have turned it over. Here's the skipper, Damon Kift. Gets a handball over the top, and this should work out. They'll go inside forward 50. Was it out? No, it's out of play. Daniel Chamberlain couldn't keep it in. So we'll have a boundary throw in at half forward here for Mount Evelyn, who are building nice at the moment. Only 1 point the difference if you're just tuning in, nearly 17 minutes into the first quarter. 2-1-13 to 2 straight 12. The way of Gembrook Cockatoo.
Okay, so what's...
So Gordon's going to go up in the ruck. I'm not too sure. Michael Bourne's taken the duties the last couple of minutes, which is an interesting one because he's got the height, but he's not the biggest body. Billy Gordon is quite a solid build. Here we go. It is going to be... No, I think Billy Gordon's... I think he's going to be on his own in this one, Trent. So and he does like to grab it out of the ruck as well. Oh no, he's going to be competed against by Bourne, I think. So Bourne gets to the front. Gordon won the tap though from the back. In goes O'Neill. Couldn't come away with the footy though. Nahas through the corridor with a barrel to a 1-on-1. Snoxell's gone forward. That's where he is, but it might have been turned over his kick. No, Snoxell, could he get down? There was control. No. Anyone's ball to be won at ground level. There is Michael Ferrado, but not going to be able to win the footy. And it will be a stoppage in the middle of the ground. So here go Mount Evelyn, kick to about half full, once again to a 1-on-1. Schultz up against Urquhart, it bounced over Evelyn's head. Urquhart might be able to get it out the back. Can he get it out of his control? No, he can't. Ball trickles towards the boundary line. Marshall again, but again the ball finds its way out of play. So once again a scrappy couple of minutes here in the match of the round. We've just ticked into red time as well. Nothing you learn, Adam. We just play 18-minute quarters here in the outer east, so once it ticks over 18, we are in red time. So boundary throw-in. So deep inside the forward line of Mount Evelyn. Up it goes. Both rucks competed it well. Kift was taking the tackle straight away and might have won himself a free kick here for a push.
High contact.
High contact, in fact, and Damon Kift...
What do you reckon, Aiden? How far do you reckon these arcs are?
I think they're just on the 50, I reckon. Maybe 45, but Kift squares it up beautifully. Oh, Chamberlain dropped the soda mark. Can you believe that? He kicks towards goal to the square. Can you believe that? I think it's about 50. Oh, gee, Chamberlain, he should have taken that one. It was uncontested. It was straight on the chest. And he stuffed it up.
Because what I was getting at, was he going to be taking it from 50 was by the time he kicks it, what I was trying to work out.
Yeah, I reckon he was right on his range there, Kifty. But it was the right option, I think, to square it up to Chamberlain. But he should have taken that mark. So here he is with the kicking duties. Robbie Nahas wanted to go one way and then feigned to go the other.
Beautiful kick.
Centres the ball beautifully. And that's why they let him take the kick-ins. Good foot use. And, mystery 34. Can you believe that? Anyway, the kick comes across to Volta. One of the better players of this Gembrook Cockatoo side. Up the line he goes, and Snoxel read it beautifully. No, it wasn't Snoxel, sorry, it was Tilly. Swings onto the right boot, high up and under ball to a one-on-one. Can a mark be taken here? Weller's gone forward, taken to the tackle straight away.
Williams?
No, it was Williams, sorry, in fact. Williams, I think it's turned it over. Forbes couldn't quite reach it for a mark, so he just knocks it out of play, and we will have the boundary thrown down the forward line of Gembrook Cockatoo.
Gembrook Cockatoo forward line here now. Umpire pointing direction, so I'm just keeping an eye on, is there a free kick or is it a boundary throw in? No, it's a boundary throw in. So the ball will be thrown back into play here. Gordon. Tap down, he won that tap. They can try and link up for here. O'Neill in pursuit. And they never grab it off each other there, so now it's a kick to the middle of the ground. Can it might be taken here? No, it can't. It's balls to the back. Schultz grabs it, then goes for the rebound 50 and puts it to centre half forward. No mark can be taken. Looking for Ferrito there, and it's going to fall to the bottom of the pack. Now it's a scrambling ball at the bottom here. Can anyone get it cleanly? Yes, now they can link up for a couple of hands. But another fumble as they go backwards into the hands of Frater. They try and put it inside 450, but a great tackle laid there. Umpire tells them to play on. Then going after it there, and they get a handball over the top. Now they go again. Frater again puts it inside forward 50, but it could be an intercept mark, and it is by the big ruckman in Gordon. So Gordon now gives a handball to the back. Now they go short and just missing the kick there. Can they mop it up here though? And they can, but he's helped over the line there in Jackson Merritt.
Adam, what have you made of the start of this game so far? Pretty even between both these teams?
Pretty even between both these teams. The last couple of minutes, like you've said, have been quite scrappy. A bit of a change from the start of the game with a lot of clean possessions. But yeah, it's certainly an interesting watch. Can't wait for the rest of this match.
Yep.
So the ball now tapped down here. They look to try and link up. They give a handball out the back using the quarterback to Walker. Walker, interesting looking kick, and Mount Evan look to mop it up. But great pressure being applied here by Gembrook Cockatoo forwards. But now in the hands, is this going to be cut off? Volta comes in to try and make the punch and makes a good contest for it to fall to ground. And it looks like this one's just going to be a ball up, and that it is. On the boundary there, pretty much like in the middle of the ground, I'd say. So the ball will be thrown up here. Gordon, Snoxel, Gordon front position, taps it down, looking for O'Neill. Just gone through his legs a bit, hip and shoulder laid there. Umpire says fair play. And it's going to be a ball up here, all fair play there. You'll have to see when it's a nice and clean one. The bump's not dead, Aiden.
So Snoxel's back in the ruck here, Trent.
Yeah, so Snoxel, Gordon. And Gordon probably got the tap of that. Ooh. Now looking to try and get it out the back here. Gembrook Cockatoo move it forward. Can they get a mark inside 450? No, they can't. And it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throwing. They were looking for Beck, who was in the forward pocket. But now they're deep inside the 450 for Gembrook Cockatoo. Let's see if they can get on the board and hit the lead. Be good to going into the break as we are 22, nearly 22 and a half minutes gone in the first quarter. So the ball thrown back into play here. It's going to be Beck and O'Neill. Unusual rock contact out there. But now a tackle laid there. The umpire says play on. It's at the bottom of the pack. I don't see this one going anywhere. So the umpire's probably going to have to blow his whistle again and ball it up. And that he does.
So stoppage here at half forward for Gembrook Cockatoo. They've been able to lock it in there in the last couple of minutes. Can someone get a clean breakaway? Gordon once again against Snoxel. Snoxel on the tap, but there's a free kick here for a hold. I think it's going to go the way of Billy Gordon, who decides to handball. Big fella did want to go by foot. This is a pretty good kick as well. Beautiful vision, and that'll work out to McKernan. McKernan looks down the line, but he comes back into the corridor. Urquhart will fly. Couldn't quite stick the mark. Schultz is there, and now Gembrook Cockatoo, they're going to be on the counter-attack. The handball came away just in time there by Jep Kemmer, who gets the ball to about half forward, looking for Ferreira. He can't take the mark. Who can get the ball out the back here? Kick towards goal. He is out of bounds on the full. Once again, Ashley Beck, he was in the area, but couldn't find the footy. Oh, this could be a bit of trouble for Burkett. Can he find a teammate up the line again, back into the corridor? It's a dangerous one, but it works out. Some risky decisions here being made by Mount Evelyn. So where do they go? To the outer side. Wide ball should work out, find a Forbes. Forbes up to about the wing position here. Might work out okay if Heathkin can get the ball under his control. As a free kick in Gembrook Cockatoo, they can go back the other way through Schultz. So Schultz, who started pretty well in defence, has conceded the one goal in Cal Urquhart, but he's been pretty tidy apart from that. Wanted to go back to the half-back line, but decides to chip it down the line. Up and under ball. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can, but once again, Bailey Forbes reading the play beautifully. Comes into the corridor. McKernan again is involved. He's got one of the debutants, and that's where he decides to go. Beautifully done to Jasper Barry, who's away, goes for a bit of a run. Kick to about half-forward to 1-on-1. Can Gibbons take the mark? No, he can't. Can he win the ground level ball? No. Now Gembrook Cockatoo again on the counter-attack here. A couple of mystery numbers out there. Mystery number 38 as well. No ground level ball could be controlled. Merritt got the handle away to Michael Gibbons, who's dumped in the tackle, and they'll go inside 450. Here is Robbie Nahas. No, it's called back. It is a free kick to Michael Gibbons for a push. So a reprieve there for Mount Evelyn because Robbie Nahas was about to set sail for goal. Gibbons loads up on the left boot and he's got a long left boot on him as well. 2-1-1. Urquhart couldn't stick the mark. Comes out the back to Chamberlain. Schultz wins the ground level ball. Steps around a couple, then gets his kick away, and that'll work out beautifully. Once again to the outer side of the ground. It comes inboard to one of our mystery numbers, 34. Who's run into a bit of trouble. Kick into the corridor. Might be turned over here. Knocked on beautifully, and now an opportunity for Murphy to Kift. Want, can he put him inside forward 50? Yes, he can. Where's Urquhart? Oh, he got the fist in. This might work out. Snap around the body. He's offline. And for the first time today, Mount Evelyn lead.
Daniel Chamberlain snapping across the body there. I thought he'd almost snuck it in there, Aiden.
So he's second behind for the day. And Mount Evelyn, 2-2-14 now they are, to Gembrook Cockatoo, 2-1-13.
So they're just grabbing the ball here. Vulture to bring the ball back into play for Gembrook. So the Brookers looking to try and get one before the end of the quarter. 26 minutes gone, so they could go short to Marshall. Couple pointing directions, so he decides to come up the line. It's a good looking kick, and it might be taken. It's a nice mark taken in the end, out in front. It looks like Bourne, yep. But he's turned it straight over to Damon Kift. Was it mystery 46, Aiden?
Yeah,
that's why I got a bit confused. But Chamberlain puts it inside 450. Schultz is in the area. Can he intercept mark this? Yes, he can. He's had some nervous moments, but he's done pretty well to intercept in around there. As the ball goes wide, can they do this? Well, they look to go to Kenner. Now they look to go wide, but it's going to be cut off. Oh, no, mark dropped. But Mount Evelyn looked to put it back inside 450. Short kick to O'Neill. O'Neill comes shorter again, but this one's going to be turned over to him. Mopping that one up is Gecko. Now they go forward. Can it might be taken? Yes, it can. It's Beck. Now he looks to move the ball really quickly. Puts it inside 450. Chasing after it hard there is Werner. But it looks to be mopped up by Mount Evelyn. That it is. And it's going to trickle, stay in play. Yes, it is. O'Neill gets a handball out, but Gembrook Cockatoo managed to get the ball back into play. Handballed around the back. Now they link up. O'Neill not winning places to go, so he just goes a kick over the boundary line. It's a nice mark jumping into play there and taking it by Inaps. So Inaps handball. Now they look to come up to Urquhart. Urquhart leads, does well, getting up the ground a fair bit. Urquhart uses the running play on the side. Now they go in short, looking for Burton. Not able to hold the mark. Now Burton is an unusual one you normally see forward.
No, exactly right, Trent.
And, I thought I was like Burton. Oh, geez, because he's normally like the half-back region.
He is exactly right.
So the ball to be thrown back into play here. 27.5 minutes gone in this quarter. So you wouldn't imagine it being much longer to go till quarter-time siren. As they look to go, Schultz. And I couldn't even see because he was in the way a bit of it, but stuck towards goal. Just going to miss. So just a minor score there.
I think it was 50.
Mount Evelyn. Waiting to, I'm pretty sure it was Kift, yes. So minor score for the skipper in Kift, not to hit the scoreboard yet. Couldn't quite get the captain's goal. Schultz brings it back into play, and he does that all right and gets it over to Adams. So Adams now will go back to Schultz. He holds on the mark. He's had plenty of the ball, actually, Schultz, now you think about it. Now he goes long to looking for Marshall. He's going to have to make Marshall work here, and work he does. But he's in track by... he's being chased there by Murphy. Now they look to go, but it's going to probably go over the boundary line. But there's the quarter-time siren as we ring the siren. And it is Mount Evelyn leading 2-3-15 to Gembrook Cockatoo, sorry, 2-1-13. How have you seen the quarter, boys?
Adam, you go first, mate.
Like I said earlier, like a bit scrappy at the end there, but I think it's just such high pressure from both sides at the moment. Really fighting for that win, both coming off losses. I think this game means a lot. You know, everyone's getting a little bit tired out here in the heat, but you know, everyone's sort of doing well, and I think we've got a game on our hands, boys.
I think you summed it up beautifully there, Adam. A little bit, skills probably went out the window a little bit, probably the last 5 or 6 minutes there of that quarter, but it is an even contest. It's 2-3-15 Mount Evelyn, Gembrook Cockatoo 2-1-13. So only 2 points at the first change in model, so take a look at some scores from around the grounds. Hopefully we have got plenty of updates, so we might firstly go through Premier Division, and then we'll also go through Division 1. So Trent, take us away in Premier Division.
Not a problem as I look here. Wandin got the jump a little bit on here. Woori Alec here, 4 goals 2-26 to Woori Alec, 2 goals 12. Emerald 2 goals 1-13. Trail Hillsville 3 goals 5-23. As we mentioned here, Gembrook Cockatoo 2 goals 1-13 to Mount Evelyn's 2 goals 3-15. Upway Tacoma 1 goal 5-11. Trail Officer 2 goals straight 12. Elena Ferny Creek 2 goals 12-14. Trail Mombox 2 goals 3-15.
There you go. Adam, how's Division 1 looking?
Division 1.
Oh, you clicked on Premier Division Reserves?
On Prem Division Reserve.
Yep.
Rightio.
Yep, Greyhounds 1.
Oh, yep, cool. Yep. Sorry, everybody. Pakenham leads Powertown 30, 4 goals 6, 30 to 1 point. Now, that's certainly a start. No update on the Yarra Junction Yay game. Yarra Glen Seniors 3-0-18, Belgrave 4 goals 2-26. Sevelin Alexandra 3 goals 1-19, 2 goals 5-17. So that's a close one there.
Couple of even contests there around the grounds. I will give you the scores from the A grade netball. We did have our match of the round between Gembrook Cockatoo and Mount Evelyn. The final score of that game was 80-10. Emerald 62 have defeated Hillsville 36. Wandin off to a good start against Woori Alec 22-11. Upway Tacoma 9, Trail Rock 12. Olinda Ferny Creek 10, Trail Mombolk 13. And then we will go through the Division 1 scores from our A grade netball in just a couple of moments. Not too many updates here. It doesn't look like Yarra Glen 16 currently leading Belgrave 6. We'll see if we can try and get a few more updates. We did have some scores from Pakenham v Powertown, but nothing at the moment. That is all the scores from around the grounds for the moment. What we'll do now is we'll head back to the studios of Yarra Valley FM for our quarter time break, and when we come back, all the action from the second quarter.
Dogs are awesome. Think about it. When you give them a little love, they'll give you their heart. They don't care about how much money you make, how good...
Return to footy, hopefully he's doing all right.
Yeah.
And, as I say that, there's been another goal kicked. Kerno, the latest addition to the Carlton score.
And there we go, so extends the lead out to 37 points. And we are about to get action underway here in quarter number 2. In our match of the round between Gembrook Cockatoo and Mount Evelyn, 2 points adrift. Mount Evelyn of the Bookers. So pretty close game it is so far. Hopefully it'll stay that way for most of the day. So it looks like once again Billy Gordon in the ruck up against Paddy Snoxall. As the umpire holds the ball aloft, and we are underway once again in match of the round. In fact, it looks like Ryan Fuchs has gone up on the ruck and they get the kick away. So Mount Evelyn winning the early territory battle. Can Justin Hale pick this ball up at ground level? He can, but he's tackled straight away. Ball out to the outer side, and I think the umpire's going to call for this one. There's not a lot of movement, and that he does.
It's one thing I can say, Aidan, is that these tackles are sticking, and a lot of people getting bogged down in the contest. So once tackle made, the ball's not going anywhere.
No, exactly right. We've seen a lot of repeat stoppages throughout the game. So it's been a bit of a struggle for both sides, trying to get a clean, open break. And just as we mentioned that, there's another stoppage.
There's another one, yep. I think I'm going to have to make a tally in this game, mate.
100%. So it's a bit of a gridlock on the outer side, forward to centre here for Mount Evelyn. Gordon on the tap. Try to get it down to his skipper there and Kiff, but it's the Brookers who've currently got ball in hand at the moment. Volta dished it off to one of his teammates, and once again they're taking on the corridor here, so they've been willing to take that risk. Farida, can he take the mark? No, he had it thumped away from him, and Mount Evelyn might be able to go inside forward 50 here, though. That handball not going to work out. Michael Bourne gets the ball under his control, and the Brookers are away, but to no one in particular, Mount Ev should be able to track this one back and look to counter once again. Obviously picked up there by Burkett, but he's lost his footing. Was he tripped? Yes, he was. Oh, is that 25? No, umpire going to let it go for now. So Tommy Burkett assessing all those options up the line. He decides to come all the way back to Bailey Forbes, and they're going to pull the switch here. Mount Evelyn. Forbes, that's an interesting kick. It might work out okay. Man, Nahas couldn't get the tackle to stick. Forbes once again involved. Comes out wide. Not a great kick there once again. McKernan's going to track it back, but he's done beautifully. And he's away, McKernan. He can put him inside forward 50. Can he find a set of hands? No, he can't. Once again, ball spills to ground level. Going to be a tricky one to handle here for Mount Ev. Gembrook defenders getting back in numbers. And we are going to have a stoppage inside forward 50 for Mount Evelyn.
Yarra Junction and Yea scores 2 goals for Yarra Junction, the Yea 4 goals 3.
There we go. So up it goes once again. Snoxall got the better of the tap looking for Marshall, but it was beautifully picked up at ground level there by Heathcote, who kicks towards goal, kicks to the top of the square. Maybe an opportunity for Urquhart in a 1-on-1 against Schultz, but Schultz did pretty well. Urquhart dragged it in and Schultz tackled him straight away, and once again the umpire calls for it. No, umpire calls play on, does he now? He calls for it.
Bit of an angsty start to the quarter from these boys. Bit of feeling in this, and you can tell.
Yeah, no, exactly right. So up it goes once again. Snoxall went early, couldn't win the tap. McKernan in the area, Bourne. That was Michael onto Callum. Long kick out of the defensive 50 by Marley Williams, and he might have turned it over. Can McKernan stick the mark? No, coming across beautifully there was Goikara, and he thumps it over the boundary line. It will be thrown back into play on the outer side.
So the outer side of the ground now. As we look to bring the ball back into play here. Ready to resume. This ball's thrown back into play here. Gordon, Snoxall. Gordon gets the front position, but it falls in front of both of them. Big tackle laid there by O'Neill. The umpire blows his whistle and he's going to ask the ball back for another ball up.
Tell you what, Trent, they're back on form here. Of course, all the play seems to be on the outer side at the moment. They're testing us out.
Stock stand is, he likes me, Aiden. Yep. Gordon wins the tap down, and here go Mount Evelyn. They can run and play here, bringing it to centre half forwards. A nice kick, and they've done that well. So look to trying to, yes, now we can have a look. Looks like to be Riley McKernan. Good ball in hand. He's backing himself in here. Kicking his, well, beyond 50, I reckon.
55 look like.
Directly in front, McKernan. Comes into play here. Opens up the range. Kick on its way. It's going to be just across the face for a minor score on the board there for Mount Evelyn. And it was Riley McKernan. So now to bring the ball back into play, Gembrook Cockatoo. They go short. Done that right to Schultz, who had the ball in string in the back half of the first quarter. Now Schultz goes short. Oh, it goes even further. It looked like he was thinking about going short, then just changed his mind last second and pulled his kick a bit further. They go over the top, and that's a nice, beautiful kick over the top to Alcott. Now they can link up for a few hands here now. Now they go inside forward 50. Can it might be taken out the back? No, it's going to fall out the back in Pishu. Now it looks like it might be Nahas there.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's Nahas. He's looking to sniff a goal here. Kicked one last week, now an up and under ball. No one can get really a hold of that. Gordon goes in, tries a shot on the tackle. The umpire could play hold the ball, but he says play on, gives the benefit of the doubt. So handball goes out to O'Neill as they look to link up here for Burton. Now they great front on it. How's that for a front on? Cop that, he goes, but a skipper Tilly. Just leading by example there.
Gee, right on the debutant as well. Welcome to senior footy.
As we look to keep the ball into play here now. It's the ball to be thrown back into play. So it looks like it'll be Snoxall and Gordon. Gordon front position. Nudged underneath it, but still managed to get the tap down. Volta snap around his body, was smothered. But Snoxall regathers the ball, puts it inside for 50. Can it might be taken out the back? No, it can't. And getting back to help the defence there. Jackson Fellows deep in the fence with Mr. Reliable. He's down there always. Now he gets the kick out to the wing. Now look to move the ball up here. They've done this all right with a build-up. And then get over the top to Kift. Now he gets a handball over. Now they can go. Here they go. So inside 450. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. I thought it was the Gembrook Cockatoo's way, but no, it's going to trigger over the boundary line for a boundary throw in, and it's going to be deep inside the 450 of Mount Evelyn.
That's a fantastic effort from Mount Evelyn's defence just there. Just come in, rove the drop mark, and just swing it all the way back around to the forward 50. That's fantastic.
So now deep inside the 450. Ball thrown into play. So again, O'Neill's gone up in the ruck this time against Snoxall, and it's going to be a free kick given away to Snoxall. Obviously, O'Neill giving up a bit too much height and looked to grab on. The umpire saw it. It's going to be a 25-metre penalty.
Oh, that? Yep.
No, that's all right. It's just 25 in this comp. Geez, short 25 yards, but Snoxall didn't even want the 25 in the end. Goes back to Schultz. Shorts will come even shorter to Tilly. Tilly now turns one way and comes out wide. And they've got a paddock here. Now they can go, but he runs into a bit of trouble. Now they look to go for a handball to Volta. Just the bounce wasn't kind to him. Now tucking under his arm is Michael Gibbons, but he's tackled straight away. Umpire says play on. Let the play go on a bit, but now pins him for holding the ball.
Had to be. So Gibbons run down, and Gembrook Cockatoo, they can go back the other way. So Callum Bourne dishes it off, and it comes out wide to Tilly, the skipper. He'll take an easy uncontested mark. Alcott's a short option. Looks longer for him though.
Start this game well, Tilly, big body midfielder.
Loads up on the right, boot was there a little push there. Now umpire calls him to go. Here's Connor Walcott, has also started the game well, but he couldn't gather it cleanly. Horahan was able to though. He got a handball away to Barry, but he couldn't take the ball cleanly. Horahan goes in once again. Real scrappy bit of play here though. Handball comes out. Here is Billy Gordon. Goes into the corridor, finds O'Neill, but he's wrapped up in a tackle by Goikoa straight away. Was that ball? No. Burton kicks across to the outer side, and Mount Evelyn might be away here. Want tucks it under his wing. He has a bounce. He might have a second. He runs inside forward 51. Kick towards goal. Looks pretty good off the boot, and he puts it straight over the goal umpire's cap. What a running goal there by Jason Want.
Didn't look like he was going, then just picked up another gear.
He did. And he's absolutely nailed it and extended the margin to 9 points.
Yeah, just glided across the half back there. 1 minute I thought he was jogging, next minute he's at half forward.
That's it, Trent. He really got the Jets on. And this is a good start here. I can hear Buffing Billy in the background. That is a loud whistle. Fix might picking up from miles away. So 3-4-22 it is to Gembrook Cockatoo, 2-1-13. Courtesy of a running goal there by Jason Want, who just got moving. They spotted him and they used him. And so the Brookers with the... Sorry, not the Brookers. In fact, the Rovers with a bit of breathing room as it comes back into the middle. Gordon against Snoxall. Snoxall again going early, but Gordon just waited at ground level and Horahan has gone into the middle. Eventually gets it under his control. He gets a handball away. Gibbons is involved. Matthew to Michael. Michael Gibbons out to wide half forward. He couldn't quite find a set of hands, but it works well for Barry, the debutant. He's been pretty good in his debut. Here's Matty Gibbons once again. Can he stick the mark? No, he can't, but he gathers it under his control. Gibbons back to Barry. He's taken him the tackle straight away. He's gang tackled, in fact. And he's pinned for holding the ball. There you go. That was a red-hot decision.
He had an arm out, probably, so he probably had the chance to get the handball out, but it was a quick one.
There we go. So Trott gets the handball away. Kick comes down the line. Will it be cut off? No. Ball spills to ground level once again. Locked up in the tackle. We'll have a stoppage on the broadcast wing. So Ryan Horahan playing a bit more in the middle today. Trent, he played mainly the defence last week. So
good game I had too.
Changing him up a bit of Mount Evelyn. So again, Gordon getting the better of the ruck. They might be away here, Mount Evelyn. That's got to be holding the ball though, surely it is.
Chris Bourne
had a good couple of minutes. That was a very good tackle load there. Heathcote. Nahas just throws a barrel onto the boot inside the forward 50 looking for Williams. Marley Williams, can he get himself out of the back? Will he get the accommodating bounce? No, he won't. Was he held? No, Williams, kick towards goal is offline. Snuck through from behind. So exciting build up there for Gembrook Cockatoo, but they couldn't convert the opportunity. 2-2-14 to 3-4-22. It's the Rovers by 8 points and match of the round. Burkett will take the kick in duties.
So bring it back into play here. Burkett now just opts to go short, but it's an interesting kick, but it's just been held on to Jackson Merritt. He goes wide, over to Horahan. He's unable to hold it, but he gathers himself and cools himself down eventually, but then he decides to kick it to a player in the crowd. The lady picks it up now, is out in the full. So Gembrook Cockatoo can bring the ball back into play here. Chris Bourne with ball in here now. Look, had a thought about going back to Volta, but then decides just to put it inside 450 where he's there's a big fly there, and it's going to be pinned for in the back. It's just got to go away with Gembrook Cockatoo. Yes, it is, but just got to gather who it's going to go to. Who's going to be the recipient of this kick? It was 100% there, went way too early, unrealistic attempt, and now shot on goal with Gembrook Cockatoo. And they really do need one at the moment to get the ball moving here. It's going to be Joseph Werner. Kick this from about 30, tight, slight angle.
At a 45 degree, yeah.
So Werner in his approach now to kick Gembrook Cockatoo's third. In he comes. Werner off the boot, looks pretty good. good. And it's just across the face. Some of the crowd thought it was a goal. It looked pretty good, but it's just gone across the face for a minor score. So unable to get their first goal at the quarter. Gembrook Cockatoo, they moved to 2 goals, 3-15.
Adam, what have you made of the second quarter so far?
There's a lot going on, to be honest. Like I said before, like lots of repeat stoppages, especially on that far side early, but it's a scoring game, even if it's not very accurate yet.
So the ball's coming back into play, bringing it back in, doing well, Tommy Burkett. And he just goes long down the line, looking for Damon Kift. Kift unable to hold the mark, but he's brought it to ground, and there's a couple of scrappy plays being there. Can the ball be picked up cleanly, get a clearing kick? Not at the moment. A big tackle is laid by Kift. The umpire's letting the play go on a bit, and it's going to be a ball up here. And the Ruckman's just getting into play, just trying to gather who's going up here. Looks like it's going to be McKernan. They get the tap down to Gembrook Cockatoo, but it's going to bounce at the back, but picking it up nicely, doing well there was Frater, but he's tackled. And it's going to be another ball up, a break and stoppage here. The far side of the ground. They look to throw the ball back up now. A lot of stoppages are coming into play as the heat gets hotter. Tap down there. Can they get the clearing kick? No. It looks like it's going to be another whistle. Yes, it is. Only I thought he'd done enough to bust through, but no, it's going to be a ball up.
So stoppage on the outer side of the ground's a real gridlock over there at the moment. Neither side can bust their way through. Probably just forward to centre for Gembrook Cockatoo, who are 7 points adrift, and once again the ball just goes straight over the boundary line and will be thrown back into play. Marshall couldn't take it cleanly.
I've just noticed that man Evelyn actually playing with a spare man in defence, so I wonder where they've taken that from. I wonder where the uneven matchup is.
Yeah, there you go. Tommy Burkett, it looks like a good spot there, Adam. So they've got to be careful here to Gembrook Cockatoo not to go long down the line. As Adam Bogdan mentioned, there is a loose man in defence, but here we go. They'll go inside forward 50 now. Low trajectory ball, and the mark is taken by Werner. Good build up by the Bookers, and Werner gets a second opportunity. He missed one a few minutes ago. This one probably from a similar distance, but angle probably better, and probably suit his right boot a little bit better as well on that far side.
Tell you what, Aiden, you can smell that barbecue at the moment, and it smells.
Oh, it is tempting, Trent, isn't it? Maybe at half time we might sneak down there, but anyway, Joseph Werner, can he get Gembrook Cockatoo back within a point? Gone 14 minutes into this second quarter. It's been a pretty tight game so far, which is exactly what we want to match of the round, with a real slow and deliberate approach. What can he do? It looks pretty good off the boot, and he's put it straight over the goal umpire's cap. So the Bookers strike back to 1 point the difference. Gembrook Cockatoo 3-3-21, Mount Evelyn 3-4-22, 14 gone to the second quarter. And it is a tight tussle in the match of the round here in the outer east. As Cal Urquhart looks to come off the ground, and she looks pretty exhausted, to be perfectly fair. It is a warm day. 28 degrees the top and plenty of sun as the ball comes back into the middle. So good finish there by Werner. He missed the opportunity earlier, but he made amends on that one. So the little man will be off the shoulder for now. So Billy Gordon rushes over to contest the ruck, who I think he's up against Bourne once again. So we've seen this a couple of times, and he goes early. Bourne, he did actually eventually win it. He gets it to half forward. Werner, oh no, it was the half volley, and Inap's cut it off, but there's a free kick for downfield, and Werner's going to receive it. His eyes are darting around though, so he doesn't back himself on the range. Tilly couldn't play the mark. Here we go. Bourne kick towards goal. He got it. Back-to-back goals for Gembrook Cockatoo. Bourne's got 2.
He played a really good game, Bourne, and got doing a bit of pinch hit in the ruck here and there as well.
There we go. So Chris Bourne's got his second. Michael's got 1. So 3 goals for the Bourne brothers. And that is the second lead change of the game. Gembrook Cockatoo back in front. 5 points the difference. 4-3-27 to 3-4-22.
Looked like it was a downfield free kick against... Alcott seemed to be whacked behind play. It's a couple of times I've noticed today he's gotten a fair bit of attention from the Mount Evelyn side, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that, I reckon. No,
most certainly good spot there, Adam, and Gembrook Cockatoo now suddenly rolling with a bit of momentum. 15.5 gone, 5 points the difference, and they've got the lead back.
So ball's back into the middle of the ground now. As we mentioned, Gembrook Cockatoo got the lead back. So ball's thrown back up. Gordon wins that tap down for Mount Evelyn, and they look to go through forward now, and that they do. And they kick it forward now to half forward, now turning around, but it's a great tackle laid there, but they can go through the debutant in Murphy. Kick towards goal. It's just across the face, but manages to stay in play, matter of fact. Didn't quite make the distance. The tackle is laid there. Beautiful tackle. They appeal for holding the ball. Umpire says play on, but what about that one? High contact free kick is what it is. Some bit stiff on that one maybe, but now they go forward here.
Oh.
It's cut off here by Kift.
Hale, I think it is.
Hale is in fact. Saw the two and got it. Just assumed it was Kift, but Hale. Within range, most certainly. 45-50 out. Directly in front too, so no angle to deal with. It'll just be all about the distance here. Hale to give Mount Evelyn back the lead.
Fantastic read by Hale there to pick that one off right in front of goals. Good on him.
No, spot on, Adam.
Bit of seesaw action going on here. If he can bring it back into the Mount Evelyn favour. Hale looks to open up the angle a little bit. Kick towards goal. Looks pretty good. Has he got the distance? Ooh. Yes, he has. And it's a goal. Mount Evelyn back in front.
I think that's his second, Trent, is it? No.
No, just his first.
I was looking at Cal Urquhart, in fact.
Good gang on here.
That's the lead change back. So 3 lead changes now in this game. Trent and Mount Evelyn back in front. And Adam, suddenly this game's really come to life the last couple of minutes.
Absolutely, it has. Trading blows. These two sides are looking very competitive in this second quarter. And you can see a couple of boys are really up and about, seeing how this game's going to go.
It's ball in the middle of the pack now. Ready to resume play. 17.5 minutes gone in this second quarter as the ball's thrown up. Gordon got the tap down. O'Neill just ran over it. But now they can go forward, do Gembrook Cockatoo. They put it deep inside. Molly Williams is at full forward. Can someone get out the back? Williams is in pursuit. He pushes in. Now, if it's anything's going to be deliberate, it would be that, Aiden.
That had to have been.
If anything was going to be paid, well, we did see some paid late in the season and in the final series last year. But Liam Bowden counts his...
We did. Maybe just enough pressure, but there was absolutely no doubt where he was going, Trent. He got exactly what he wanted.
Liam Bowden, I can go crown tonight. He's counting his lucky chips there. As they throw the ball back into play now, Gordon front position, gets the tap down. Now the ball's at the bottom of the pack, no clear winner as they get the handball at the back now. Kift just goes wide to O'Neill. Is it going to sit all right for him? And it does. Tries to dance around a play and he's got a handball at the top, done this all right to a mystery 32. Now they can go forward and he's done that all right. They got the kick moving. Now big long kick to the forward 50, looking for Chamberlain, pushes his defense, and he's done that well. Chamberlain tucks it under his arm, kick towards goal, and it's through. Now everyone push away. Brilliant stuff there by Daniel Chamberlain.
What a finish as well.
Third time's the charm, they say. He's kicked 2 behinds, now he's on the board with his first goal.
Well, he dropped an absolute soda in the first quarter too, Trent. He let one slip through his fingers that Kifty spotted him up, so he's made amends for that one, and 7-point difference.
And did go down early in the game, if you remember, got a bit of treatment and was helped off the ground a bit.
He did, exactly right, so he's really making amends here, is Daniel Chamberlain. 7 points now, so Gembrook Cockatoo got 2 goals in a row, and now Mount Evelyn got 2 goals in a row. 5-4-34 to 4-3-27 if you're just shooting in. We've ticked into red time, 9.5 have gone into the second quarter as it's back in the middle once again. So what can the two rucks do here? Billy Gordon's competed well all day, so to a Snoxel, and Snoxel wins the tap on this occasion. O'Neill didn't get the bounce of the ball to go his way. Now Gembrook Cockatoo, it's Mount Evelyn, in fact, off the boot at Kift, but I think he's turned it over. Henson, here we go, and the Bookers aren't going to waste any time. The handball comes away beautifully to Walker, who also gets a handball away. Up and under ball, over the head of Ferreira, but this might still work out. Werner did beautifully. Oh, Ferreira got rid of his man. Oh, but he spilled the footy at the wrong time. Through goes Werner with a tunnel ball back to Alcott. Alcott steps around. Once again, it's Walker. Kicks into the corridor. Dangerous one, but it works out beautifully in the Goikawa. He goes laterally. That'll work out just fine. Robbie Nahas probably too far out to score. Kick and a half from home. Looks long to the top of the square, Robbie Nahas, but he loads up in the right boot. Sets sail for home. It's too low. The mark's taken by Williams.
Bit going on here too, Aiden.
A bit of a scope coming out right in front of us on the broadcast.
Billy Gordon's on his big way around as well.
Yeah, absolutely is.
Don't want to get Billy too angry to be perfectly fair.
I don't think you want to get him angry either.
No, he's a very nice fella to be fair, Spud, but no, all the heavy's in there at the moment. So Marley Williams gets it. It was a wobbly ball by Robbie Nahas, but it worked out in the end. And this to get it back to 1 point, the difference. Marley Williams hasn't troubled the scores yet with the goal. He's kicked the one behind. And he's going to go with the drop punt. It's a tight-ish angle, but you back him in from here. And he comes, gets close to the man on the mark, but it doesn't matter. He's kicked the goal.
First for the club.
Yep. Subdued celebration, but it doesn't matter because Marley Williams has converted, gets it back to 1 point the difference. 5-3-33, Gembrook Cockatoo. They trail Mount Evelyn 5-4-34. We've gone 21 minutes into the second quarter, and it is a tight tussle in the match of the round.
Did you see how that started, Adam, or did you not notice so?
Oh no, I didn't see that one. All of a sudden,
It just got happened out of the ball.
Yeah, it really did.
And then Ferrito was getting held back by the runner. Getting the old calm down bear hug.
No, exactly right.
As they walked away, I did see Walker and Gordon just, giving each other a bit of smack talk, just walking back together as the shot was taken. So I wonder if it started with those two.
Yeah, it could have been. As I say, has been a little bit fiery out there today. So the ball's gone back into the middle, and you really can't split the two teams at the moment. Up it goes. Snoxel goes early. He's gone early a lot today, but it was Billy Gordon who waited. They get the centre clearance. They go inside forward 50, but it's cut off beautifully by Inups. Sticky hands, and read the play beautifully. He's got Watt to the outer side. Might go for him. No, he goes a little bit wider, in fact. It's a little bit of a tricky one to work out, but in the end, Bowden got it under his control. He goes down the line to a 1-on-1, but he missed the target. Do they keep it in play? Michael Gibbons in the area, but the ball heads over to the boundary line, and will be thrown back into play on the outer side. So another stoppage on the far side of the ground. If you're just tuning in, it's 1 point the difference. Gembrook Cockatoo 5-3-33, trail the Rovers 5-4-34 on a warm match of the round, 28 degrees and sunny. Billy Gordon at Snoxel to the front. And Snoxel did eventually win the tap. Gordon gets under his control, but he's tackled straight away. Picked up by Burker, but he's tackled straight away. And yet another stoppage on the outer side.
You can see fatigue starting to set in with these boys as well. Like you can see everyone else is sort of hanging a bit back. Not as many people in the contest, not having many of those gridlock starts that we were having in the first quarter.
And I think you see it's opened up a bit too, hasn't it, Adam? So you're absolutely right. I think you're right. These players, they want half-time siren to come pretty soon and get a little bit of a rest. Here we go. Kick towards goal by Chamberlain. Is well and truly offline. It's out of bounds on the full.
That being said, Chamberlain seemed to get up a bit sore from that one. Copped a bump as he kicked it. Hopefully he's doing all right. He's up and about now, but yeah, we'll just have to see how he gets going.
As Trent mentioned, he's one of those players who has copped a bit of treatment today. It's been a pretty physical one. So the Bookers with a free kick in the back pocket. Josh Chilly, the skipper. Long out of defence. Was there a push there on Kift? Yes, there was. No, it's going to go the other way. Oh, no, it is going to Dame Kift. Kift sends him inside forward 50. Can he find a set of hands? Urquhart gets to the front, but he couldn't take the mark. Oh, I had his name written all over it. Through goes O'Neill, but he's tackled straight away, and the umpire calls for it deep inside the forward 50 here for Mount Evelyn.
Need a little bit more gripper for that one, I reckon.
Oh, he did. He nearly had it, but he couldn't quite take it down.
Just about 24 minutes gone in this second quarter as we're creeping up towards the 1 point to the margin. It's a tap down. Can there be another goal kick before the break? Getting the lead before half time when they go into the rooms and reassess their first half. It's been a tight tussle. So a bit going on still as the ball ready to be ball back up here. Just having a look who's going up. Snoxel and McKernan. So the ball thrown back up there. McKernan probably got the better of that. But then getting the kick away, Cockatoo looking to go in the direction of Ferrito. Jordan is back there as we hear the motorbikes up in the background. Jaden jumped. I think Jaden got a bit scared there.
I can't hear myself think, to be honest, Trent.
As the ball now kicks away over to the far boundary side. Can they get a clean possession? Handball over the top. No one really getting it clean, but here they go. Horahan gets a handball over the top and they get the ball moving for Heathcote. Kick towards goal. Can this be cut off? Schultz is there and punches it over the line. Rush through for a minor score from Mount Evelyn.
I mean, fair enough. If I had a bike that sounded like that, I'd rev it as well. So,
so the ball comes to the far side now to Henson. Unable to hold the mark though, and they spilled it. They made a bit of meal of this, but can they get out of it? Yes, they can. Handball over the top. Now they look to try and get out of here, and they've done this all right now, but now they've turned it over to Chamberlain. Kick towards the forward 50, but it's a great ball, and it's carried with some distance. Gordon grabs it. Handball over the top, but now they go to move forward here. Do Gembrook Cockatoo. They got a bit of ball. Handball over the top to Scott.
Oh no!
In pursuit, chasing him with a big tackle there. Mystery 26, and it's holding the ball.
I'd love to compliment 26, but I don't know his name.
No, they're going to have to figure that out at half time.
Goes laterally to Kift. Kift's telling his players to move, and now he just goes short to Michael Gibbons. Gibbons wastes no time in playing on. So he gets the ball moving now. Has a bounce. Then just goes to the handball to O'Neill. O'Neill back to Gibbons. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he does, and he goes even further to Horahan. And they've done this all right here. They get the ball moving from Murphy, kick forward, but unable to get really much beat into it, just a dribble kick in the end. Now it's kick going backwards, but Gordon parks himself underneath it, unable to take the ball cleanly, manages to get it, gets a handle at the back, now in the hands of Kift, puts it inside 450, and that's clinical.
That's probably one of the cleanest passages of play we've seen all day, I reckon, Trent.
Just get the ball in Kiff's hands and things happen.
That's it.
And lining up for goal here is Chamberlain, who's been a live wire in this first half.
Absolutely, I've heard his name more than a few others today, especially down in that forward pocket there. That handball, Shane, was fantastic. You get into the forward 50, ended up not being a scoring shot from that play, but a fantastic effort nevertheless.
Chamberlain now looking to kick his second. This is his fourth scoring shot. Chamberlain directly in front. Oh, it's going to go far wide. Might not even make the distance. Can it be tagged on the line? No, it's going to be out of bounds on the full. I think Urquhart thought he had it. The umpires disagree, so Schultz will be the recipient of this. Williams directs traffic where to go. Goes over to Nahas. He's missed the kick, but Nahas is going to chase after. It's going to be a boundary throw in, so he just kicks it over the little Nahas' head.
So boundary throw in inside the forward 50 for Mount Evelyn. Very deep into this second quarter, 27 of a lap, so we've got to be pretty close to half-time. 28:34 was the time of quarter number one. So boundary throw in. So McKernan to the ruck up against Marshall. Marshall couldn't take it cleanly, tried to grab it out of the ruck, but was not able to do so. We'll have another stoppage.
A couple of times today I've noticed a lot of dangerous kicks across goal spot, the back line, so, there's a couple of errors in there, but...
That's it. Well, both teams have been willing to take on the corridors. There's been some risky moments, as you say. Here we go. This might be an opportunity. Wants already kick one. He kicks towards goal, but it's across the face. It's kept in play, though. Here's an opportunity for Burkett. It was kicked, sorry, in fact. He was taken to the tackle straight away. Another check side towards goal is well and truly offline. It's still kept in. McKernan's in the area too. There's a dumping tackle laid by Schultz. And it's a push.
Paid dangerous tackle, I think.
So the Brookers will get a look here. Just trying to figure out who this is. It's Cal Urquhart. There we go. He's already got one in the afternoon. He's tucked in on the pocket. I think he's looking to run around on the right. And that half-time siren can't be too far away. And I think the players don't mind Cal Urquhart taking his time here and just allowing everyone to take a bit of a deep breath. So if he can kick truly here, he'll get the margin back out to 8 points. He swings around onto that right boot. Urquhart looks pretty good. And he's got it. Back out to 8 points. Cal Urquhart's got his second. And Mount Evelyn get the margin back out to 8 points. 6-5-41 other overs to the Brookers. 5-3-33.
Clinical finish there. That was a snap around the body.
He's having a much better game today, Cal Urquhart. You probably can't blame him for last week, to be fair, Trent. The ball probably wasn't...
He kicked one last week, did he?
I don't think he did, but
yeah.
I mean, the ball probably... To be completely fair, probably wasn't down there too often, but he's taking his chances today.
Kicked 4 today, I think.
4 for the day, and I think one of them was the last goal of the day, so...
Yes, that's it. No, you absolutely need a spot on there, Adam. I think the big fella, Billy Gordon, got one. Michael Gibbons kicked one. I think Kifty got one, and...
sounds about right to me.
Justin Hale. But anyway, it is back in the middle. It is 8 points the difference. So that's a handy goal late. Bit of a coach killer for Gembrook Cockatoo. A dangerous tackle was laid, and Cal Urquhart pounced. So back in the centre once again. Snoxall goes early, Gordon won it. And there we go. That will be half-time here in the match of the round, here in the Outer East, between Gembrook Cockatoo and Mount Evelyn. The scores here, 5-3-33 the Brookers to Mount Evelyn 6-5-41. Adam, what an interesting first half that was.
Yeah, absolutely it was. Started off really clean, then sort of leaned to that scrappy area in the first. In that second, we saw a lot of more clean movement, and the game really opened up. You can tell fatigue was setting a bit in. I reckon that's probably what helped. But there's been some really good passages of play, some really good standouts, and still really tight contest.
No, you're absolutely spot on. Opened up the scoring a little bit more in that second quarter too, as we see. It was 2 goals 1 to 2 goals 3, but now it's moved up to 5 goals 3-33 to 6-5-41. We also might take a look at some scores from around the grounds. Trent will take us through Premier Division. Adam will take us through Division 1. Trent, take it away.
Wandon 6-5-41 now. Trail 7 goals 3-45. Embrook 2 goals 4-16. Trail Hillsville 6 goals 11-47. So you mentioned here 5 goals 3-33. Gembrook Cockatoo to Mount 11 6 goals 5-41. Up by Tacoma 7 goals 8-50 to Officers 5-4-34 and Alinda Fernie Creek 5-5-35 to Mumbox 4-5-30. Adam with Division 1.
Division 1, Pakenham still doing everything they can to keep down Powertown. So Pakenham 8-12-60 to Powertown 0 goals 2 at Tumac Reserve. Oh, yep. And we got Yarra Junction 5-7-37 to Yay.
All the action that you can from local footy is Gembrook Cockatoo have now broken, and we are about to get action underway here in the second half for our match of the round. So both rucks in the middle at the moment. Ooh.
think the big watch in this second half is just going to be who can pretty much run this game out. I think that, you know, this weather's really going to come into play here. I have to see how this game goes.
So it's back in the middle at the moment. About to get second half action underway here in the match of the round between Mount Evelyn and Gembrook Cockatoo. The Rovers adrift by 8 points as we speak. Can the Brookers get themselves back in front as Mount Evelyn is going to win the first centre clearance? They go inside forward 50 straight away. Henson in a 1-on-1. Couldn't quite take the mark. Schultz got it out the back, but he slipped the tackle and then lost control of the footy. Out it comes Tilly. Was he taken high? Umpire calls him to go. He gathered it cleanly, and Robbie Nahas is away. He kicks to about centre half forward. Can the mark be taken? No, he's kicked to a 2-1 in favour of Mount Evelyn. Beautifully gathered by Jackson Merritt. Handballs away to Forbes. High up and under ball, but I think he's turned it over here. Is a mark taken? Is there? No. But Heathcote did well enough. Got the ground level ball. Gets the handball away to Michael Gibbons. Through the middle of the ground they go. Handball away to O'Neill. Oh no, but it's cut off beautifully. Gembrook Cockatoo. They can go back the other way. Well done, Tilly, the skipper. Eventually gets away from his man. Little check side out wide to Alcott, but he didn't get the bounce of the ball to go his way. Oh, Billy Gordon, the big fella, couldn't gather it cleanly. Eventually, though, gets the kick away, and this might work out because Damon Kift has got a paddock. He takes the mark. Does he swing onto the left or the right? He'll go on the right. Oh, he stole the candy. Beautifully done on trot. Kicks into the pocket, and it just fell short of Cal Lurquhart, who couldn't keep it in play. And we will have a boundary throw and inside forward 50 here for Mount Evelyn. So boundary throw and inside forward 50 for the Rovers. It was a decent little build-up there. Kifter didn't quite hit the kick as well as he would have liked. Up and under. Snoxall to the front, just try to grab it out of the ruck. He was up against Damon Kift. Interesting one. Here we go. Neil sold the candy. Handballs away. Releases Heathcote. Kick towards goal. Is offline. So Heathcote couldn't seize the opportunity. Extends the margin, but only by 1 point. So 6-6-42 now with Gembrook Cockatoo. Oh, sorry, Mount Evelyn. Gembrook Cockatoo still 5-3-33. As they look to bring the ball back into play through Robbie Nahas. He goes straight up the middle with a dangerous one, but Snoxall parked himself underneath it and took it strongly. Paddy Snoxall, he thought about the handball to Volta, but decided against it. Oh no, the handball to Nahas did not work out at all. O'Neill applies the pressure, but Nahas gets it away. Back to Tilly. Now Henson is involved. Trott did pretty well, but he got the handball away and he's legged. So a reprieve for Gembrook Cockatoo. And the handball comes out wide.
Really feeling his hit before. Looks a bit sore.
No, you're right there, Adam. So out comes to Alcott, who comes back into the corridor and he releases Volta, who steps away from the man of the mark, centres the ball. Ferrito's got it and he might be within range here. What can the Gembrook coach do? What a start this would be to the second half if he can go back and kick truly here. I think the distance won't be a problem. It should be all about accuracy, and he is backing himself in. So the former North Melbourne superstar played 275 games with the Kangaroo. He was initially from Gembrook, and he's been back here playing for 8 years now. He's taken on the coaching role. This is his second year as coach. Michael Ferrito to get it back to 3 points the difference. In he comes. Doesn't quite hit. He starts it right. It's coming back. Just falls short. There's a kick towards goal. It's home.
Williams again.
Williams has put it through.
It's his second.
So the Brookers once again get it back to 3 points the difference. Marley Williams kicks truly. 6-3-39 now to 6-6-42.
It's a good pick-up, scramble and goal right there. That's textbook.
That was opportunistic. It was very nicely done. So good start for Gembrook Cockatoo. They get the first goal of the second half. And it is back in the middle once again.
It's just the way they would have loved to start this second half. Gembrook Cockatoo getting a goal, so they bring the margin back to 4 points. Or 3 points, matter of fact. Might be time for glasses for me, Aiden. Yes, the ball is thrown into play now. Gordon gets the tap out the back. But Mount Evelyn look to respond. They get the ball to Hourahan. He goes even wider. Now they look to get it from the wing. They look and they see O'Neill in the middle of the ground. Oh, and his own has a bit of a paddock here. So O'Neill has been a good pickup so far in these first two games, coming across from South Croydon. He comes to short. He gives it
Gibbons
to Gibbons. Gibbons goes long, looking for Chamberlain. He's caught out the back, but then fights. And there's going to be a free kick given for a kicking in danger. Going the way of Gembrook Cockatoo. The old point in the wrong direction. Oh, no. It is going the way of Mount Evelyn.
I think it is because Robbie Nahas is remonstrating. He's not happy.
And guess who? Daniel Chamberlain.
There we go.
Because I don't know if you saw one hand went this way, one hand went that way. Now it's gone back to. So unless he was telling Robbie to calm down.
So he's got 2 goals in the afternoon so far, Trent, I believe. Was he?
I had him for 1 goal too. I believe that kick fell.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
So now kick's on its way, and it's going to be a minor score. So 1 goal 3 now for Chamberlain.
Celebrate a bit early, Chamberlain did.
He did, trying to put the umpire off, I think.
So Nahas with the kicking duties here. 6 goals, 7:43 lead. 6 goals, 3:39. So Nahas plays on immediately, uses his legs, and goes for a long darting ball at the middle. That's a beautiful kick, finds Chris Bourne. And Nahas keeps coming, but Chris Bourne turns and goes, and it's a nice mark taken in front by Alcott. So Alcott now wheels around and comes wide, leading here. Knoxall's in there, but it's a good intercept mark.
No, it's a mark.
Good mark taking the full 50, just trying to gather who it is. They're slow to...
I think you're right, actually. I don't think it might be Snoxall. It is.
Yeah, Snoxall it is.
So the big ruckman, Trent. Good opportunity from here.
He looks like he started forward too this quarter. Because he was deep in that contest, and it is early in the quarter, so I wouldn't imagine he would have changed ruck spots yet. So giving them another option deep in the forward line. Snoxall begins his approach now. We'll kick this from about 40. Kick is on its way. Kick looks just across the face for a minor score to Snoxall. So the Deputy Vice Captain, just with a minor score, he's first. He's on the board, but with a minor score. So now Matt Evelyn look to bring the ball back into play here. They assess their options, and they decide to come short up the ground. It's a nice kick over to Gibbons. Gibbons looks to see where his halfback runners are. They're not quite there, so he goes wide to the wing, and it's actually a good kick, I believe.
It's a beautiful kick.
And they go bring it inboard now, and done this to Horahan, done this well. Runners, they're there. Now kick towards forward 50. Gibbons here. Probably a bit too far out. We saw him with a few far out opportunities last week, not go his way, but in the Urquhart direction, uses it. Unable to hold the mark, but goes back and gets him, puts through his third. So didn't quite hold the mark, but with the second now, Chris goes back, picks it up and kicks his third. Good start to the second half for Urquhart. Good start, and good. He's been good all game so far. 3 goals after being goalless last week.
No, exactly right. He's taking his opportunities today. Trent is 3 goals straight so far, I believe, or is he 3 goals straight?
Yes, 3 goals. 3 goals straight.
Yeah,
correct,
3 goals
David.
straight. There we go. So hasn't missed yet. Cal Urquhart
pushes out to 9 points as well.
very important. Probably just about the biggest threat of the game, it has to be said. It really hasn't extended out too far for either side. So Mount Evelyn sees the opportunity. They've got the momentum at the moment. The ball's back in the middle. Up it goes. Gordon just grabs it out of the ruck and he dishes it off. They'll go inside forward 50 here, looking for McKernan, but it goes deeper to Urquhart, who might be in once again. Can Bourne have scored it over the boundary? Yes, he can. So it'll be a boundary thrown inside forward 50 for Mount Evelyn, are looking dangerous once again. So who's going to contest the ruck? Billy Gordon make his way down as he sit behind the ball. So I think McKernan might take the ruck duties here up against Goy Koa, is it? Yep, it is. So McKernan will get to the front. Won the tap. Got it down to Bowden. Gibbons is in the area. Volta picked it up, but he was dispossessed. A dumping tackle is laid. There's a cry for ball from the crowd, but the umpire not giving anything up. It's going to be another stoppage inside forward 50 for Mount Evelyn, who want to try and extend this margin to 15 points. Another straight kick here, and they'll certainly have a bit of breathing room all of a sudden. Up it goes. McKernan once again up against Goyko. Goyko got the better of the tap. Spills to the outer side, picked up by Alcott. There's a whistle, and this will be a free kick to the Brookers. So they get a reprieve in defence. And it'll come back to Chris Bourne. Ooh. And Chris chips it across to Michael. Oh! Is it front on contact? Yes, it is. Either that or the mark was paid. So Cal Urquhart unable to cut it off. Michael Bourne just goes short, and that'll work out okay in the end to Adams. So a slow, methodical build-up for the Brookers. They're in no real hurry. Adams loads up on the right boot, sends it down the line to a one-on-one. It's going to go over the head of Walker, and it's going to be cut up by Billy Gordon, who can reload the Rovers. Wheels around onto the right boot, inside forward 50 to go with a bit of a tumble. It's downfield. And it looks like Matthew Gibbons will be the recipient of the free kick.
Just a little bit of a late hit from Walker there as he's kicking the ball. That's what the downfield throw was for.
So just a bit of ill discipline. And Matty Gibbons, his first real look for goal from around about 40 metres, I'd say. Liam Henson mans the mark. And this to get the margin out to 15 points, which would be about the biggest lead of the game. Neither side's really had a massive advantage so far, which is good to see in the match of the round. It's been pretty tight all day. So Matty Gibbons, he's got an interesting run up. He really likes to twirl that ball around in his hands. And a bit of a slow, stuttery run up, and he comes. What can he do? The son of Andy starts at a little left. He's working it back, but maybe too much. And it's across the face and through for a behind. So 10 points the difference it is now. Mount Evelyn 7-8-50 to Gembrook Cockatoo 6-4-40. We're going 10.5 minutes into the third quarter.
I think you're right, Aiden. I think this is the biggest lead of the match.
Been pretty close all day.
So, Nahas are kicking duties again. Plays on. And then goes to the barrel up the middle of the ground. And gets it to the centre circle. No mark can be taken, but O'Neill sits over. And it's a great pick up. Now they can go forward. Gembrook Cockatoo kicks it over the head. Now they go keep the ball moving. It's to the back end. And a shepherd there by Marley Williams. And it is getting a bit lively. So we can see a couple of downfield free kicks given now, but it's going to go over the boundary from him. Beck to go up. He'll go up to McKernan. Beck probably got the better of that tap until he snapped out of the contest. It's down. It's in the middle of the ground. Does anyone want it? Who's going to hold the mark? Oh, nearly a mark taken there. And now there's a tackle laid at the bottom of the pack about 15 metres from the Gembrook Cockatoo goals, and it's going to be a ball up. Almost a big mark taken there in the pack.
Just noticing Alcott's on his own in the half-forward flank. Like, he's just standing there, not really anyone close to him. Now they've sort of gotten a couple of people towards him, but...
So Kiff sort of mans him. Marshall now the loose man, and even now Michael Bourne there as well. He's loose as well.
So Beck, no one really getting the tap down there. Beck did use the body work, but Mount Evelyn looked to retreat now off the half-back line. Now they go long down the line. Is that going to stay in play? I don't think it is, and it's going to go over the boundary line. Out in the full, and it looks like Marshall will be recipient. Kick to bring it back in. Has Schultz if he wants to go backwards. Alcott presents something. He's either going to go Schultz or he's going to have to go long, and long he decides to go. And he kicks to the pack. Can there be a mark taken in the pack? No, there can't. Tilly's there. O'Neill gets it, kicks it forward, doesn't go very far. Kiff mops it up. Almost could have been called to play on, but wasn't. Now he comes short and wide to Hale. Hale now. Goes short again to the debutant in Murphy. Murphy short to O'Neill. O'Neill, not really much to go to. They're just chipping the ball around. Trot comes up to apply the extra pressure. And they go again. Short. Short. Now they still don't have many places to go, but now they'll unhook it and leach it inside the forward 50. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it is. Michael Bourne. 25-metre penalty, no. They call for it. They get the handball back to Robbie Nahas. He tucks it on his arm, has one bounce, then goes short and does that well. Gets it over the top to a teammate there in Adams. But now they look to mop it up back to Nahas, wins around one and then kicks it. That's a beautiful looking kick, and they've done that well. They're at the half-back line now. Now have a look around. This is in now in the hands of Werner. Brings it in there, and it's a nice kick over to Adams. Adams tucked on the boundary. Goes short, back to Werner. And then just sends this one down, a low spearing ball down the line. No mark can be taken. It gets out the back, and here's Beck. Gives a handball over the top, and they're doing this all right. They get it over to Kemper. Now the ball at the bottom of the pack. Kick is smothered off the Mount Evelyn player. Now they move it forward. Horahan gets a slight kick. Nahas is in the region, but Mount Evelyn are the one who mopped the ball up, but can't take it cleanly there in the player in Heathcote. But there's a free kick being blown. Nahas looks to sprint away with it.
That's a free kick in the middle.
That's going to be a free kick in the middle, going the way of Mount Evelyn. That's the second time Nahas has had the ball, sprinted away until the ball had to be brought back. So they go wide now, and they do that well to Gibbons. Gibbons in the half-forward flank has a player on his own in the middle of the ground there in McKernan. Does he see him? Yes, he does. But applying the pressure, there's Alcott. But now they have that ball in their hands. Schultz mops it up, intercepting possession. then kicks it down the line, but I think he's turned it over, and that he has. So now they can go again. O'Neill with ball in hand, uses his runners off the half-back line. Where do they go from here? They set it inside forward 50. Kift is on a 2-on-1, but can he get it out the back? No, he can't, but great smother there by Trot, and he's slow to get up. I think he might have copped it nearly in the head there, Aiden. He's very slow to get up.
I think you're right, Trent, but that was a goal-saving smother because Cal Urquhart, he was looking dangerous, and he's already kicked 3 on the afternoon. So up it goes.
15 minutes gone as well.
Marshall wins the tap. It was Marshall against Kift at the ruck. An interesting combination. Tilly, just got rid of his man, got rid of one of the debutants of Mount Evelyn, and he sends it away to the Gembrook Cockatoo skipper. Beautiful kick as well. Fantastically done there to Ashley Beck, who comes into the corridor. Away to Walcott, who's away. He'll put him inside forward 50 for Rito. Got him. Oh no, it's Marley Williams, in fact, sorry.
So you already kicked 2 as well, Aiden?
Yep. That's a beautiful passage of play. Once again, Gembrook Cockatoo, Adam, they were just willing to take on the corridor and take the risk.
100% they were. Oh, and he's kicked it
Gives
already.
it off to Nahas.
And Robbie Nahas has got it.
Absolutely it is.
There we go. So Robbie Nahas with his first goal of the afternoon. Wasted no time there to Gembrook Cockatoo. And once again, the margin back to 4 points the difference. 7-4-46 to 7-8-50. The Rovers now only lead by 4.
Just open it right up, right in the middle of the corridor. Weren't afraid to take any risks through there, Aiden. Smash it through the middle, and what do you know? You get a free shot at goal. Pretty much,
fantastic. So. The two of the former AFL players looking up because there's 3 out there for Gembrook Cockatoo today. Of course, Fredo Williams.
I'm liking Nahas off half back as well.
No, he's looking very good there, Trent.
Is.
And then Marley Williams around the ball and up forward because it's just his brute strength.
Well, here he is now. He's forward, and now he's gone into the guts. So looking interesting. It's back to 4 points the difference.
Did tell you, Aiden, he was looking nice and strong.
He was. And he looked pretty strong there. So McKernan in the ruck. O'Neill looked for her hand, but the handball goes beyond him. Williams couldn't gather. O'Neill, beautiful stiff arm. He sends him inside forward 50. Can Henson take the defensive mark? No, he tried to go one-handed, but couldn't quite do so. Volta. He's turned it over. Cal Urquhart. He's already kicked 3. This for number 4. It's offline. Is it kept in?
There's a player down behind play as well, Aiden, in the middle of the ground. It hasn't moved.
I think it's Connor Alcott.
Has not moved, and they're going to stop play.
And as you mentioned, Adam, he's copped a lot of treatment all day.
Yeah, absolutely has. If that is Alcott, then yeah, it seemed to be in the ruck contest. Copped a knee in the bottom of the ribs, I think.
And he looks very sore as well.
He went down straight away, didn't get out of the centre circle.
So they've halted play.
So Cal Urquhart's going to come off for a rest, and yeah, this looks pretty serious, to be perfectly honest. Connor Alcott hasn't really moved.
And did that go through for a minor score?
Yeah, it was rushed over the line, so it fell short and
just
knocked on through.
Very, very slow to get up.
Has not moved. Lots of concern being shown by Gembrook Cockatoo here.
So if you're just tuning in, the scores currently 5 points of difference. 7-9-51 to Mount Evelyn to Gembrook Cockatoo, 7-4-46. And we do have a stoppage in play, just a bit of concern here for Connor Alcott. He's copped a pretty nasty blow, and just while we've got a stoppage here, fellas, we might go around the grounds and take a look at some scores.
This does not look good at all.
It does not.
Adam, I'll get you to take us through Premier Division and Division 1, and I'll go through the netball.
Yeah, no worries. Wandon, 9-7-61. Wirra-Yallock, 9-4-58, so still a close one over there. Then we've got Emerald, 2-6-18. Hillsville, 10-18-78.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, that was a big one. Obviously here we got 7-4-46, Gembrook, Cockatoo, Mount Evelyn, 7-9-51. Upway Tacoma, 9-8-62, Officer 6-4-40.
There you go.
Alinda Ferny Creek, 9-10-64, Monbulk, 6-9-45.
All right, now go through Division 1.
Yes.
Just trying to pick out what it is, because he's like it's like his legs are just giving way, and he's moving really slowly. So I don't know, is it a concussion?
I think he might have copped a knee, maybe in the liver or something, just folded, Yeah, sometimes you cop those rough ones and you just don't know how to function, which is fair enough. Feel for him. Pakenham, 14-16, 100 to Powertown, 139 goal kickers. Yarra Junction, 7-8-50 to 11-9-75 to Yay. This is in the Division 1. As play gets started again.
So Nahas gets him out of the defensive 50. It's a high up and under ball. Beck came across and took a good strong mark as it paid. No, umpire calls him to go. O'Neill, can he get it under his control? They'll go inside forward 50 anyway. He met Evelyn, and Heathcote's taken the mark.
So it was Jacob Goika who came off.
Was it? So it wasn't
23.
23, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, okay.
So Kai Heathcote can line him up from right on about the arc of 50. So I think he's kicked it behind so far as Kai Heathcote hasn't troubled the scorers with a goal. He could potentially get the margin back out to 11 points. So once again, just to get the Rovers a bit of breathing room. So the Brookers are right there with him. In he comes. Looks okay off the boot, but it's drifting. No, he's got it. It holds a line. A little bit of a wobble up at Kai Heathcote's got it. It's back to an 11-point difference. 8-9-57 the Rovers to Gembrook Cockatoo 7-4-46. And we've begun nearly 20 minutes into the third quarter.
Ball didn't look fantastic in the air,
No.
but I looked over at the goal umpire and he hadn't moved an inch. So obviously it stayed in the same spot, which is very nice from Mount Evelyn.
No, they'll certainly take that. Doesn't matter how they go through as long as you get them.
Exactly right.
So
Don't give you the ball pattern on the score sheet.
Exactly right. So Kyle Heathcote with his first on the afternoon. He gets the margin back out to an 11-point difference. 8-9-57 as I mentioned. To Gembrook Cockatoo. 7-4-46 is back in the middle once again. Snoxel went early. Gordon on the tap down to Hourahan. Oh, clever bit of tap work there again by the big ruckman. It's not going to work out though. No one can take the ball cleanly and there's a free kick for a hold. And I think this is going to go Mount Evelyn's way. And Michael Gibbons wastes no time. He's got it away to O'Neill. Chip kick looking for Heathcote. Oh, I couldn't stick the mark in the end. And Volta did well. Read the bounce of the ball beautifully. Gets a handball away to Williams. High up another ball to the outer side. Forbes should mark this one. Is there a free kick? Yes. High contact on the outer side and Mount Evelyn can rebound.
So Mount Evelyn looking to rebound. They go forward. Looked like off the boat there of Fuchs. As he moves it for Forbes, matter of fact, as they move it now to the pack. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it is. But it's going to go the way of Gembrook to Snoxel, and he goes backwards to Nahas. He goes over the top and moves it forward and finds Volta. Volta brings it inboard, and it's a nice looking kick to the skipper Tilly. Now Tilly looked to see if there was any runners there. Nothing he really likes, so he goes further on the wing to Michael Bourne. Now they have a paddock, so Bourne goes in, draws the opposing player, then Walker comes. Walker backtracks and goes to Marshall. Marshall then goes and slams it inside forward. 50 can be taken. No, it can't, but can he get out the back? Mount Evelyn look to have the numbers, but grabbing the ball, snap towards goal. It's just a minor score coming off the boot there of Chukempa.
Yep.
Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that name.
Jep Kemmer, I think. The T's definitely silent. I'm certain of that, but beyond that, I'm not too sure myself, Trent.
Mount Evelyn to bring the ball back into play here. Look to be Burkett again. So they look to bring the ball back into play here, and they go wide. Can it be taken? Yes, it can. So it's on the far side of the ground, just outside of their defensive 50 as they look to bring the ball, keep the ball, but they go backwards. And they go backwards to Forbes. Forbes brings it even in shorter. So they're just kicking the ball around there. Hourahan goes wide. So they're doing all right here. They're not gaining much position, but Kennemart be taking no good spoil here, but then going back and getting it, doing well was Bowden as they look to go here. Now they put it to half forward. Kennemart be taking Gibbons is in the air, spoil the ball. Nahas is creeping out the back. Can he get a handball at the back? Yes, they find him. Snoxel does. So Nahas goes and brings it inboard. But it's a kick, a rubbery kick, but it might work. Tilly just overrunning it, but going and get it Bourne. Gives a handball back to Tilly. Geez, he's a hard man to tackle. Shrugs that one off through the hips. Now they go backwards and they do that well, and they go short. And they've done that really well, actually. And they've gone short and found a teammate there in Henson. Henson has a look, brings it in middle. Unable to hold the mark there, but now they go over the top, and here we go. They move it forward here to Burton. Burton puts it on his boot, but it's a 4-on-1 contest in the end. But it does well, and it's going to be paid.
Was he in front?
He had the back position, and I thought there was more than one hand on it. So it's an interesting call, but Urquhart's going to have a chance to line up for number 4 and second for the quarter.
It was such a clean grab, but yeah, man in front, generally you'd think there might have been a hand on it, Trent, but the umpire's closer than us, I suppose, so got to back him in, I guess.
Just quickly, lads, in Mount Evelyn's backline, Liam Bowden looks to be on cramp watch. Just keep an eye on him throughout the quarter.
Yep.
Oh, pickle juice watch, I love it. Urquhart now. Working his approach on a tough angle, but it might suit his foot. He'll kick this from about 35-40. Kicks on his way. Kick looks, it's just going to go across the face. It might not even register a score here, guys, and it doesn't. It's going to go out of bounds on the full, and Schultz is going to be a recipient of this kick in.
So Schultz will take the kick from the back pocket. 10 points still adrift of Gembrook Cockatoo. 24 gone into the third quarter. He wants to come back to Nahas, but umpire hadn't set the mark just yet, so it's got to come back to Schultz, who just chips it down the line, and that should work out okay. So in no real hurry are the Brookers. Again, another little pitching wedge might work out okay, but it's through the hands, and it's going to be a free kick on the outer side, in fact, so high contact there on Trott. So Frankie Trott Again, not pulling the trigger. He wants to be patient. Oh, he got the handle away to Henson, who's under pressure. Henson goes back to Trot. He's got to get away from Want, and he's turned it over. And Hourahan can send the Rovers back inside forward 50. Kicks it into the pocket. Oh, no mark can be taken. Well, one could be, but by Schultz, who's been pretty good in defence, and Schultz might be on cramp watch as well. He's a bit wobbly.
Absolutely he is.
But he got to kick away.
As play goes on.
To Frater. Through the middle of the ground they go, and they might be away here. The Brookers. Jep Kemmer steps off the man of the mark, gets a handle away. They'll go inside forward 50. Snoxall's got it. And he's going to go back and line them up.
Yeah, just quickly on Schultz. Just looks to be cramped. Nothing more serious than that.
So Paddy Snoxall, he had a shot at goal earlier in the quarter, and he couldn't put it through. Can the big ruckman go back and kick truly here and get it back to 4 points the difference? 25 and a half gone into this third quarter. Such a massive moment in the game. Snoxall begins his approach. He'll kick from right on the paint, you would think. Up and under ball distance won't be a problem. It's offline. So Snoxall again unable to convert, so it's back to 9 points the difference.
In this type of game, Aiden, any time you get an opportunity, they just really need to convert, especially in a tight game like this, to grab the momentum, bring it back into their favour.
No, you're spot on, Trent. Snoxall just unable to seize the opportunity. So Mount Evelyn with a reprieve. They still keep the margin out to 9 points. That's a pretty good kick, it has to be said as well. And straight onto the chest there of Bowden. Bowden got Gibbons as a short option up the line. Billy Gordon's a longer one. I think that's where he's going to go to. So Gordon a one-on-one with Schultz. Schultz with front position, but Gordon did well, bodied him beautifully. And he's got the handle away to Heathcote, who kicks to half forward. Can Matty Gibbons run onto this one? He can. He gets the accommodating bounce. He's got it under his control. Kick to the top of the square. Can Chamberlain take the mark? He can! Oh, no! He spilled another chest mark, Chamberlain. Can you believe it? It's been a bit of a mercurial day for him.
Rush behind, we go?
Yeah, rush behind, I think it is. And oh, dear. Chamberlain, I think he might have just lost it in the sun.
So Nahas to bring the ball back into play. He doesn't quite know where he wants to go. So now plays on and then just goes short into the pocket. So, and then he waves his hand in the air going, where am I kicking it to, fellas? So now they look to bring the ball, moving up the ground through Adams. Adams gets a long kick down the line. No mark be taken. It's going to get out the back, but mopping that up well is McKernan. Brings it inside 450 to the skipper and Kift. Kift it now at centre half forward. Too far out to score. Then puts a high up and under ball. Looking for Urquhart.
Oh.
Unable to hold the mark. Heathcote grabs it into it. Handball over the top to Burton, and kick offline. And it's going to go out of bounds on the full. So another opportunity missed there. 10 points in the margin. Both clubs will want a goal before the end of this quarter would be the preferred option, with 27 and a half minutes going to this third quarter now. It's going to be, we're in for a treat here in this last quarter, boys.
I think we are, Trent.
Grab the popcorn, I say. Nahas down the line. Can it be taken? Yes, it can. Bourne. Look to go for the handball, but then decides not to. Pushes off his mark at half back. The siren not too far away here, so Bourne down the line. Can it be taken? Yes, it can by Ferrito. Presents well. Now Ferrito goes wide, looking for Beck. Can he hold the mark just over his head? He's probably helped under the ball here, but the umpire says play on. Forwards, mops it up, has one bounce, but then fumbles it after Beck. Fumbles it again. Needs it. Oh no, because this cost him a goal. Everything's happening here. And it's going to go over boundary line for a boundary throw in. Oh Jesus, I just need a. After that
is hardly amount type stuff for Mount Evelyn supporters, my word. Bailey Forbes, he just couldn't get it cleanly in his hands. He got it over the line eventually.
Could you imagine what he's thinking in his head? Just pick the thing up, just pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Oh,
I was just meant to comment too, like how good their defensive pressure has been. And
Gordon gets the tap down now and trying to get it out of there. They get the ball moving, Gembrook Cockatoo, but it's at the bottom of the pack again. The umpire's going to have to blow his whistle and ball this one up. 29 minutes gone, so I'd imagine, how long has the quarter's been going for, Aiden, so far?
28-34 and 29-25. I wonder if we've gone back to 20-minute quarters, Trent. They seem quite lengthy.
Well, we would have lost about 2 minutes with...
that is true. That is a good point.
Boycott going off the ground injured, so...
Never
mind, there goes the sign. It's the end of three-quarter time, and it is Gembrook Cockatoo 7-6-48, trailing Mount Evelyn 8 goals 10-58. How do we see that quarter, boys? Pretty tight, I thought.
Yeah, no, that was it was a very tight contest again. Like, I know I've been saying the same thing all game, but it still rings true. Only 10 points the margin. Each team is still both in this. I think that Mount Evelyn's pressure to defend from Gembrook Cockatoo's kickouts has been incredible. Nahas always looking around going, who am I kicking it to, boys? I've got no idea. So some really good pressure in the midfield from Mount Evelyn. Cockatoo really moving the ball quickly at some points. But before the unfortunate departure of Goika, it was actually quite a slow game. Both teams playing tempo coming out of the halftime break. I wonder if that's just a conserve energy game plan for the second half here as the day gets ever so later.
I think you're right, Adam. I think it has opened up a bit with the heat. It's a bit harder to defend. Energy levels are certainly probably starting to drain on some of these players, and of course they're in outer east. There's no tactical subs. There's not going to be any fresh legs coming out for that final quarter. We might go through some scores around the grounds really quickly. Trent will take us through Premier Division. Adam will go through Division 1. I'll take us through the netball scores, and then we'll head off to a quick break. So, Trent, how is Premier Division looking to start us off?
Premier Division, we've got Wandon, 9 goals, 10, 64. Narrowly chained Willie Alec, 10 goals, 6, 66.
That's been very close all day too.
Emerald, 2 goals.
Didn't win in round 1. Mount Evelyn went down by 141 points to Wandon. So, who can get their first win of the season? We'll know in about half an hour's time. Final quarter action is underway. It's Gordon and Snoxville in the ruck, and Snoxville wins the tap. Tilly just couldn't gather it cleanly. Gordon on hands and knees, couldn't take it. O'Neill did well. He got the hands away to Hurahan, who's played in the middle all day. Up and under ball inside forward 50. Where's Urquhart? He's got it. No, has he? No, it's a free kick going to Gembrook Cockatoo. So it comes back to Schultz, or is it Bourne? It's Bourne, in fact, who goes to trot, but the kick didn't quite hit him. Pressure being applied by Hurahan, but the handball comes away. This is Schultz now. Kick down the line. Can a mark be taken? No, it's through the hands of Snoxville. Beautifully gathered by Merritt. Does he go into the corridor? No, little pitching wedge, and that works out to Hurahan, who's been good all day. So Ryan Hurahan sends him inside forward 50. Can he find a set of hands? No, he can't. It's going to spill out the back. And it works out to Robbie Nahas, who gets away from a couple, hands it off to Schultz. Schultz gets a handball moving up the line to Henson. Henson's got a short option, and he goes for him as well. This might work out okay to Werner. Back into the corridor to Alcott. Been one of the best players for Gembrook Cockatoo. Goes out to about half forward to a mystery number 38. We don't have him, but he's going to wheel onto the right boot and send him inside forward 50. Here we go, short to Ferrito, who might just be beyond his range. And he thinks that too. Goes to Tilly. And the Gembrook Cockatoo skipper.
Been very good all day, eh?
He has been. And as Leo would say, Trent, he might have an opportunity to kick one of them captain's goals that only captains can kick. He's going to have to kick from beyond the paint. But this to get it back to 4 points the difference. This to lift the Gembrook crowd. And this to really spice up this game early in the last quarter. We've only been going a minute and a half so far. Josh Chili just laces the boots and sizes it up. It's a big kick. Little angle to speak of. It's just going to be all about accuracy. In comes Josh Chili. Can he find something here for his side? Loads up. Distance won't be a problem, but it's well and truly offline, and it's only snuck through for a behind. So the Gembrook captain unable to convert. It was quite a big challenge. He just wasn't quite up to it in the end. 7-7-49 now are the Brookers. Trailing Mount Evelyn 8-10-58. Tommy Burkett with kick-in duties for the Rovers. And looks like the Brookers have set up the wall pretty well here. So where do Mount Evelyn find a way out? Burkett looks to the outer side, and that's where he goes with a high up and under ball to a one-on-one contest. Can a mark be taken? Here's Snoxville. Did he snatch it? No, he didn't. Couldn't quite stick it. Bit of a gridlock on the outer side. No one's going to be able to get this ball clear, and the umpire comes in and calls for a ball up.
It's a ball up into play here on the outer side of the ground, as it loves to do. Wherever we sit, the ball goes to the other side.
Amen, Trent. Amen.
The ball's thrown up into play. As they go forward here now, Tilly gets a handball out to the running Nahas, who is struggling to pick it up. Can he get it now? He has it. Can he struggle this tackle? No, he's chased down, and it's going to be holding the ball, going the way of Mount Evelyn. This is a good chase down tackle. Just couldn't quite seem to get the ball into his possession.
No.
And this is going to go the way of Michael Gibbons. So Gibbons goes short, and he does that well, giving over to Barry. Barry now has a look around. Goes wide inside the 450. Urquhart's there, unable to hold the mark. He's had a free kick. No, Bourne did well. As the ball's at the bottom of the pack now, chasing after it. Gibbons, it's going to go over the boundary line. Marshall helps Gibbons over to allow for it to trickle over the boundary line deep inside the 450 for Mount Evelyn. So now the umpires getting set as the ruckmen choose who nominate themselves to go up in the contest, as you have to do these days now, Aiden. And it looks like Schultz is going to go up against Gordon. Schultz licks his lips, I think. uses his body and just bodies his way out, kicks off the ground, but Schultz goes back in and gets a kick over the ground, off the ground. But Chamberlain,
Free kick's been paid.
who's back on the ground, looks like he's going to get a free kick.
So Chamberlain, he's had a bit of an almost day, it has to be said. Trent, 1 goal, 3 years, and a couple of interesting drop marks, but he's looked pretty lively nonetheless. And this is his chance. He can put it out to 15 points, which would be the biggest lead of the game.
Such an important kick to start the quarter for Daniel Chamberlain. So Chamberlain comes into play, begins his approach. We'll have to kick this off about 40 metres. So begins his approach. Kick is on its way. Kick looks okay distance-wise, but it's just crossed the face, and it's 1 goal, 4 for Chamberlain now. He's left a few in the tank, Aiden.
He has most certainly, Trent. So the kicking duties here, looks like with Robbie Nahas once again to Gembrook Cockatoo. So 10 points the difference it is once again. 8-11-59 to Mount Evelyn to Gembrook Cockatoo, 7-7-49. So no one able to draw blood just yet in the last quarter. So Cal Urquhart's come high up the ground. Nahas, long kick up the middle. Inaps is going to go for it. He flew, but he couldn't quite stick the mark. And Gembrook Cockatoo off the boot of Alcott, moving, but they've turned it over. Nicely read there by Burkett. Had want the short option, but he goes beyond him. Looks like he's found Heathcote, who couldn't stick the mark. Heathcote applying the pressure there beautifully for the Brookers was Frater, but Heathcote got the handball in time. Want did well. Back to Heathcote, who takes the mark on this occasion. Heathcote looks into the corridor. That's where he goes to Forbes, who got it eventually. Hourahan provided some support. Offered a handball option, but Forbes goes inside forward, 50. Oh, Kiff couldn't quite take it. They might be a chance. Hourahan was in the area, but he couldn't take it cleanly. Now, once again, they go with a bomb kick out of the defensive 50 to the Brookers. No one can take the ball cleanly here. Eventually picked up at ground level there by one of the Mount Evelyn defenders. But now, here we go, Gembrook Cockatoo. Snoxall comes back to Alcott. Alcott with a bit of a pitching wedge to centre half forward. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. Fisted away. No one can gather the ball cleanly here. Hot pressure from both sides as Appeal holding the ball. It's going to go the Brookers' way.
Home ground advantage, I think they're 8. This all appealed from the umpire. Stuck into it, and Marley Williams has a chance to line up for goal number 3.
He's been a live wire today. He's played forward, he's played in the middle.
Played all but the spot he played at AFL.
The half-back line. So Marley Williams, this to potentially get it back to 4 points the difference. This would really lift the Gembrook crowd up and out of their seats. He should kick from just inside the 50, you would think. Man of the market, probably about 40, 45 maybe. Williams looks okay off the boot, but it's offline. And once again, a reprieve for Mount Evelyn. 7-8-50 it is, the Brookers, to Mount Evelyn, 8-11-59. We're going 7 minutes into this final quarter. Marley Williams, 2 goals, 2 now in the afternoon, as they look to bring it back into play to the Rovers. Burkett once again with the kicking duties. Looks to the outer side, chips it short and does well to find O'Neill. O'Neill goes pretty short as well. Out wide to Hourahan, who's had plenty of it. Hourahan looked inboard momentarily. And then eventually that's where he goes to Jackson Merritt.
Jackson Merritt now with the ball in the defensive 50. Has a look and wants to go to the far side, but then opts out of it, but doesn't know exactly where he wants to go. So now turns back, has a bounce, and decides just to go up the line. Sees something he likes, but it's punched over the line there by Williams. Oh no, it wasn't Williams, sorry. In fact, it looked like to be Volta.
I reckon that one's hit me car on the way through.
Oh no.
Everyone's car's been hit in this commentary box except mine. Be smarter, lads, I say. There's the ball.
Well, I've got a call to O'Brien's to make at the end of the day, Trent, so that'll probably set me back a bit.
Your window is no good.
No, it is absolutely cool.
Do we blame the person who parked the car? Do we blame the goal?
Oh, look, I'd love to blame the person kicking Trent, but it was probably my fault, to be fair.
Oh, no, it's 100%. At least you admit it. It's 100% your fault.
That was a question for the audience. We already know the answer.
Lock it in, Ed. As they go to bring the ball back in now.
I think it's gone down the hill.
Oh, yeah.
Might have to do
I
with,
thought the boundary umpire was in position like I was going to throw it in, so I thought it must have just been the old practice.
No. I reckon we're going to have to do this test cricket style, just get out a similar wear ball.
Yeah,
Who's
that's
going
it.
in the locker room? And
they've come back and they don't have ball in hand.
Empty-handed.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's right at the fence.
There
I
we
hope it
go.
wasn't there the whole time, because that's...
Be pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, it'd be quite embarrassing, wouldn't it?
I'd imagine they just kicked it back in.
Yeah, I hope so.
So the ball is going to be thrown back in. Gordon against Snoxall. Gordon gets the front position and then gets the tap down on the far side of the ground. The ball falls to the bottom of the pack now. Can they get a handball out? Just laying on the ball, really. The umpire says we'll ball this one up and restart play. We've gone 9 minutes into the last quarter, and it is a 9-point margin. So the ball ready to be resumed play here. So the ball's thrown back up. Gordon again, front position, looks to take it out of the ruck. No ruckman really got a tap down though, and no real clearing kick happening here. But now they can go here, handball over the top. Met with a big tackle there, and it looked like Goiko might be back on the ground. I think it was 23.
Just keeping an eye on Gordon. Seemed to copy a heavy hit in that ruck contest. Maybe even looked like a clash of heads or something like that. I'll give you more if I see anything.
Yep.
So he's nominated, so...
It's good to see Goika's back on the ground after we looked very, very proppy. But Gordon against Bourne here. Bourne got the tap down. O'Neill's in the area underneath the pack trying to get a handball out, but he's late with a tackle by Goika, and the umpire blows his whistle and he'll ball this one up on the far side of the ground. All the stoppages in play, tired legs, the heat. It said it was going to be 28 degrees today, and we've definitely felt it. So the players will be definitely feeling it as the ball's thrown back up. Gordon now tap down. Supporters appeal for holding the man. Umpire disagrees, and they're going to ball it up in the middle of play now.
Yep, so another stoppage on the outer side of the ground. It is a gridlock at the moment near Gembrook Cockatoo's end. Can the home side find a goal? Can they get it back to 3 points the difference? Kick comes out of the pack. It didn't go 15 metres though, but it might still work out here for the Brookers. But the kick was smothered beautifully. Anyone's ball to be won here. Heathcote went in hard but couldn't win it. So too did Hale. They soccer it inside forward 50. Oh, no one can take the mark. Marley Williams, don't tell me. Oh, he nearly got away from his man. Bourne went in hard. Couldn't win it cleanly. Man of defence under all sorts of pressure here. Umpire circling him. We will have a stoppage deep inside forward 50 for the Brookers.
I did just see Maddie Gibbons seem to be having a bit of an altercation with a Gembrook Cockatoo player in the midfield there. Just a bit of pushing and shoving and a little bit of wrestling going on with, I believe that's Volta.
That is, no, that's Frankie Trott. Up it goes, Gordon. Neither ruckman got the tap. Was there a hold? Umpire calls him to go. Gordon eventually gets him out of the defensive 50 with a wobbler. To a 1-on-1. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. Comes to ground level, and we will have another stoppage here, you would think. Jasper Barry unable to stick it. So Manev gained a bit of territory. So who goes up in the ruck here? Gordon comes across to take it for Mount Evelyn. Looks like Bourne will go up, and Gordon won the tap. Here's Damon Kift. Couldn't quite get the handball receive. Out it comes to Want. Chip kick might work out okay here, and the Rovers are away. Justin Hale swings back onto the left, puts him inside forward 50. Schultz, well done, steadfast in defence. Ben Schultz, he got up at the right time and cuts off what looked like a pretty dangerous attack from Mount Evelyn, but he saw.
He's very sore, very slow to get up.
Very physical contest that was, and
as I look around, there seems to be lots of players stretching, lots of players feeling these cramps that are coming through late in this game.
So Schultz is okay. He comes to the broadcast side dangerously, and the debutante's got it. Beautifully read by Murphy. Does he go wide to Urquhart? He does. Now Cal Urquhart, does he back himself from range? It's a tight angle as well.
Well, a couple of options have led up to him, and he has not thought about it for 1 second.
No, he hasn't. So Cal Urquhart, he's kicked 3 on the afternoon.
And would you expect anything else from a key forward? Not really.
No. Can he step up here for his side? Can he get this margin out to 15 points? In he comes. It's a tough kick. But if anyone in this ground could do it, it's Cal Urquhart, but it's across the face. It won't make the trip either. All big flyers wanted. No mark can be taken. Trott retreats all the way back to full back. Volta. Does he concede? Eventually they do. Gembrook Cockatoo, they take it to safety. That does extend the margin slightly though for Mount Evelyn. So another rush behind. 8-12-60 they are to Gembrook Cockatoo. 7-8-50. As they look to come out of defence. Nahas. Very, very long kick. He's gone long all day. Snoxall had front position on merit. They're going to rebound though. Casey Burton did well. Got away from his man. He'll go inside forward 50 once again. And a mark is taken.
It's another hit.
Still very slow to get up.
Yeah.
I think it's Damon Kift, is it?
Yes, it is Damon Kift by the looks of it.
So he's gone forward once again, Kifty. Yes, it is. There's the number 12 on the back of the jumper. And from a very similar spot that Cal Urquhart lined up moments ago, he couldn't make the trip. So we saw Josh Chilly have an opportunity at a captain's goal. He couldn't nail it. Can Damon Kift do it? He kicked one last week to get it out to the biggest lead of the game. 16 points, Damon Kift. In he comes. Starts at left. It's coming back. It looks pretty good off the boot. And he's got it!
He shushed the crowd as well, Aiden.
Damon Kift has nailed it from range. 9-12-66. Mount Evelyn to Gembrook Cockatoo. 7-8-50. And the Rover skipper steps up to the plate. And boy, that was a big moment in this game.
Yeah, it's all class. Just a way to finish off like that on that tight angle, but exactly when the game needs something to break away from it. It looks like if all Gembrook Cockatoo need to do is kick one goal and they'll back in it, but that's break it away now. It's going to be hard to come back from that with 14 minutes gone in the last. The heat picking up. Everyone's cramping out there. Pickle juice is flying everywhere.
No, you're absolutely spot on, Trent. Gee, that was a good goal as well because it was a tight angle from long range, but he just absolutely flushed it.
It's the ball back in the middle. And so he looked to ball this one up to resume play. It'll be Bourne going up against McKernan. Ball's thrown up. McKernan gets that tap down. Now they look to go through Horahan. Now they go forward again. Now off the boot of Burkett. Sends it forward. But Gembrook Cockatoo, will have all the numbers. The water carrier's in the way. He's got to move quickly. Now Henson now chases after the ball. Taps it in. Did really well in the end. But then it's helped over the line for a boundary throw in.
You're noticing a bit of a perk up in the energy from Mount Evelyn here just after that goal. Everyone sort of got around everyone, and you can sense a real spike in energy now.
No, most certainly.
So the ball to be thrown back into play here now. We're going to be McKernan, Bourne again. So thrown back in, McKernan with front position, then gets the tap down. Horahan goes in under and gets the ball and just kicks a little one forward. Schultz is chasing after it. He's up against Gibbons. But it's going to be helped over the boundary line for a boundary throw and right over near the boundary, near the, what's the word I'm looking for? Near like the marquee.
Yeah, the marquee.
Yeah, I'm looking for the marquee.
There we go. Got there eventually, Trent.
It was on the tip of the tongue. Now the ball's thrown back into play here. Bourne gets the tap out from the back. No clear possession being won here, but now it spills out. They can try and make something of this, but a big tackle laid there by the Mount Evelyn on the Gembrook Cockatoo. And it's going to be ball up again with 16 minutes gone in this quarter as the ball's ready to resume play. The umpire's wasting no time to tell the ruckmans to get in position and throw this ball up. Now they throw it up. Horahan going up in the ruck against Bourne. It looked like for a second, but no, it was McKernan. Now they get the handball over the top. Here's McKernan. Puts it on his boot. Puts it deep inside the forward line. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. Kift is down there. So are 3 Gembrook Cockatoos, but a big tackle laid there. Umpire says play on ball at the bottom of the pack. About 12 metres from their goal, and it's going to be a ball up right in the middle of their goal square. So Mount Evelyn have the great opportunity to put another one on the board. Players look almost confused. They don't know what's going on. The ball's thrown back up. Gibbons is there. It's gone out the back. O'Neill chases after, but Gembrook Cockatoo do have the numbers. And here they go. Nahas looks to pick the ball up. McKernan knocks him over the boundary line and assists it over. O'Neill picks it up like it's going to be out in the full, but the umpire says, no, pass the ball here. It's going to be a boundary throw-in.
There we go. So boundary throw-in once again inside the forward 50 of Mount Evelyn, who've got the ascendancy midway through this last quarter. 17 minutes gone. And Gembrook Cockatoo, they need to make things happen quickly, so up it goes. Bourne on the tap from the back. There's a whistle.
A free kick in the ruck contest. High contact.
And it's going. Is it going? It's going Gembrook's way. Oh, sorry, Mount Evelyn's way.
Yeah,
in fact,
that is crucial. They did not need him to have another opportunity with 16 points in the margin. Gembrook Cockatoo already need to kick 3 goals, and it's 17 minutes gone, so it wouldn't be much more than 10 to 13 minutes left in this game.
And it is Lucas O'Neill who'll line them up again from a similar spot to Damon Kift a few minutes ago. Can he make this 22 points? You'd just about say that Mount Evelyn are home if he kicks truly here. There's just a door ajar left if he doesn't for Gembrook Cockatoo. Lucas O'Neill. Man of the mark's right on the paint. In he comes. Oh, he's absolutely shanked it. And he's missed everything, so Gembrook Cockatoo is still a chance. But they need a rebound quickly, and Robbie Nahas made sure he was right there ready to go to get that kick.
I don't blame him.
High up and under ball, and he's used it pretty well, but it might be turnover. Merritt came in with a fist. Bourne had front position. He's taken in a dumping tackle by Horahan, and the umpire calls for the stoppage.
Now he went to try and draw the high contact free kick. The umpire obviously saw exactly what he was trying to do and told him to play on.
Didn't fall for it, so Bourne up against Gordon. Gordon wins the tap. It was nearly sharked by Tilly, but he couldn't take it cleanly through. Comes O'Neill once again, but he's turned it over. Tilly got a handle away just in time. Michael Bourne once again, who's been busy these last couple of minutes. Here is Williams. He couldn't take it cleanly. Now they've turned it over. Jackson Merritt with a bit of a pitching wedge to half forward. Can a mark be taken here? No. Bourne down the line. Bowden couldn't quite stick the mark. Merritt, though, eventually gets the bounce the ball to go his way. Forbes comes in board the other. High up and under ball, but this should be turned over. Bourne will park himself underneath it and takes the intercepting mark. Good composure there from Bourne. He comes out wide to the skipper and Tilly. Alcott's a short option, but he'll go beyond him. I think now he goes with a handball. It's not a good one either. Alcott in a 3-on-1. He did pretty well considering. Dumping tackle laid by Gibbons. And it's going to be a stoppage. It looked like the out of zone umpire paid a high tackle, but in the end, the in zone umpire won out.
I think the out of zone umpire wish he had Josh Sunnies at the moment, Aiden. He's just blocking his eyes.
Up and under it goes. O'Neill back to Gibbons, who's away. Tucks the ball under his arm. Kicks to a 1-on-1. Can a muck be taken out the back? Oh, Kiff just couldn't quite stick it. Marshall did well. Got the bounce of the ball. Finds Henson. And they can just slow it down here. Gembrook Cockatoo. Get a bit of composure, but they need to move it quickly. Back it comes to Marshall. And they pulled the switch here, so they might be away. Bourne on the outer side. Farida directs him long, and that's where he goes. And he might have just found a teammate here, and he does, to Jep Kemmer, but he didn't get the bounce of the ball. Eventually he does. Doesn't have a lot to go to. Back into the corridor, and he's turned it over to Hourahan. And Mount Evelyn can counter-attack.
So Hourahan now, and then Waste, he's allowing for the cramped stretching. But then it also allows Gembrook Cockatoo to get back as well, Aiden.
No, it does, yep.
O'Neill thought he might get one out the back. Walker's there to cut that one off. Hourahan goes wide. Almost missed the kick, but they've done that all right. On the far side of the ground, they go backwards to O'Neill. Play well again today, O'Neill. Goes short, finds a teammate there in Merritt. Another player's played well. Hourahan.
He's been really good today, Jack Hourahan. I've liked his move into the middle.
Yeah, so now they go back to O'Neill again. Now down the line, they're doing this well, just building it up, not doing anything outlandish. And they've done this well, working their way up to Bowden, who plays on, puts it on his boot, puts it to the top of the 50. Can it might be taken? Yes, it can. Kift.
Oh, here he is again.
Kicked the captain's goal not long before, and it's literally probably about the same region, just on the other side.
This is probably going to be a tough one on the right boot.
Let's see if he can do it on the other side.
If he can nail this trend, I think they're just about home. 21 minutes gone to this final quarter. It's going to be a big mountain to climb for Gembrook.
1 goal, 1 he's kicked already today. Played a bit more forward, as he mentioned, with the recruitment of Lucas O'Neill this season, allowing him to spend more time forward to provide that extra tall option, because he is a tall midfielder. So Kift will kick this 50 on the boundary. Kicks on his way. Distance is not a problem. Accuracy is. And it's out of bounds on the full.
Just quickly, boys, looked like O'Neill just went off holding his arm or his hand or something. He looks to be in a fair bit of pain. He's with the trainers at the moment.
Yep, there we go. So interesting one. So we'll need to keep an eye on that, because he is a key player from Lucas O'Neill. Good spot there, Adam.
So they bring the ball back into play. They take a bounce. Nahas brings it down the line, looking for Trot.
Oh, well done.
He's done well, Trot. Has a look, nothing really to go to, doesn't know where he wants to go. Nahas has worked hard and got up the ground. He's got it again here, Nahas. Then turns around, wastes no time, brings it up the middle of the ground. Good looking kick, and he's done that well. Getting over to a teammate there in Goika. Now they go wide, and they've done that even better. Moving it to Walker. Now they bring it inside forward, 50. Can a mark be taken? Gordon's there, he goes for the punch, unable to affect it really. Now a tackle is laid. And it's going to be a ball up about 15 metres from the goal of Gembrook Cockatoo. They really need to make something of this contest, and Snoxell's just put Gordon down as well.
It's well done by the umpire there, because McKernan threw the head back playing for the high, but he didn't fall for it.
So they really need to make something of this opportunity if they are to be within this game. Gordon gets front position, taps it down, and Burkett gets it and handballs it, and they link up. Here's Kift. He's from the forward line now down to the deep in defence. Hourahan with a good strong mark out in front. Jeez, he's played a good game.
He's been terrific.
Now he's cramping bad now. Hourahan.
Get him some pickle juice.
Indeed. Thought about going backwards. Opts to just go down the line, a high up and under to a 2-on-1 contest. Can Marby take it? No, Urquhart's there. But then they mop it up and kick it further forward. And they've got one out the back here in Heathcote. Heathcote now, 55 from home, tucked on the boundary. What's he got to do? He decides to just put it long inside the forward 50. He's got Chamberlain out the back who flies! And he's got it! He's
eventually.
And plays on and kicks it straight through. And that's the game, mate. And Chamberlain has got 2.
He does. 2 goals for you in the afternoon.
And that will be the game, I think.
I think you're absolutely right, Trent. 10, 12, 72.
Going left, right and centre. Hold on a second, lads.
Are they going to annul the score? Hang on. Scoreboard's got the goal. Looks like the ball's...
Are they even going to get possibly another free kick in the middle, I think?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe Mount Evelyn start with the ball.
There we go. So that's the last thing that Gembrook Cockatoo needed. So Chamberlain has put it out to 22 points and probably put it beyond doubt and
just need the ball back. Yeah, it looks like Gordon's going to start with the ball in the centre circle. Rather than go off the ruck contest, he's going to get a free kick.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, I wonder what that was for. Maybe a bit of push and shove in the forward 50.
Yeah, I think a bit of remonstration from one of the Gembrook defenders. So this is not what Gembrook Cockatoo needed at all. So Chamberlain, he's kicked the ball into another postcode. We're going to have to wait a little while for this one to come back.
He had a bit of celebration about him too. He was in the goal square and just let it rip. So
he did.
I think I'll be looking for that for days.
Been an almost day for him to really fill his boots. 2 goals for, could have had 6.
Here we go. So the ball's back in the middle. So Billy Gordon will take a netball-style centre pass instead of the usual centre bounce because Gembrook Cockatoo have given away a free kick. So Gordon loads up on the right boot. He'll send him inside forward 50. Can he find a target? Can he find a set of hands? Oh, almost. Put hands in the area once again. Been busy all day. Tracks this one back. Lays a good, strong tackle, and the ball finds its way over, and it will be thrown back into play. Got 25 minutes gone into this last quarter. Mount Evelyn 22 points adrift now. And looking pretty strong.
Today.
Hey, he's been fantastic. He was pretty solid last week, given a pretty heavy defeat, but he's been terrific today, had a real influence. So Ferrito on the ruck up against Gordon. It was Gordon who won the tap. The ball beelining that boundary. Mount Evelyn happy to see it over. Gembrook have got to keep it in. They need to get this ball moving quickly, doing everything they can to do that. And eventually, Mount Evelyn get the win that they wanted. They get the ball over, and they will get this boundary throw in.
Something that I've seen all day is Mount Evelyn's second efforts have been fantastic.
Yep.
Every contest, they've got someone cleaning up, and it's been one of the major differences today.
And particularly impressive in these hot conditions, Adam.
100%.
So once again, Gembrook Cockatoo, can they get it intercepting possession? Can they get it to go back their way? They've got the ball in hand at the moment. The handball came away there from, I think it was Adams. Do they go through the corridor? That's where they want to go. This is what they've got to do, Gembrook Cockatoo. And they might be away, but the ball's gone through their hands. A trot. It works out in the end, though. The kick comes out wide to Walcott, who needs to pull the trigger. He can't waste any time. Low trajectory ball. Should work out to Werner. He sticks the mark. Does he? No. Mark is not paid. It's going to be a boundary throw-in. So Werner unable to seize the opportunity there. They were away, Gembrook Cockatoo, but the Mount Ev defence win out again. Boundary thrown on the broadcast side. Billy Gordon might be on his own here in the ruck contest. No. Bourne's come across eventually. No, he won't be allowed to contest it. It was too late. So Gordon's just going to grab it out of the ruck. He goes to get the handball away to Gibbons. And there's a whistle. Out his own umpire spotted something, and Gembrook Cockatoo are going to win the footy here. And they've got to be quick, so Josh Chilly will be the recipient. He looked into the corridor. No, he sells the dummy. Did beautifully on Billy Gordon. Puts him inside forward 50, but he's turned it over. Has he? No, through the hands. Might be a chance for Beck, but he couldn't take it cleanly. On hands and knees. Werner taps it back into the corridor. Slapped away by Forbes. Picked up by Alcott. Got a handball back to Williams. Doesn't try to get the kick away. Ferrito with a pitching wedge into the pocket. Wasn't cut off. Might still be a chance here for Gembrook Cockatoo to get a late one. Burton taking it a dumping tackle, and the umpire calls for it. So a stoppage deep in the forward 50 of Gembrook Cockatoo. Very late in the game. 27 minutes have now elapsed in the final quarter. So the umpire will throw the ball aloft. As we wait, Snoxel up against Gordon. Do they take it over? No, Burkett just thumps it out of there. High up and under ball to a one-on-one. No mark can be taken. Hourahan slaps it towards the boundary. Heathcote chases after it. And they take it over the boundary line. It will be thrown back into play. So once again, a boundary thrown on the outer side. And this is all Mount Evelyn need to do. Just let the game peter out. They're 22 points ahead. And they can respond after a pretty tough loss last week. They can get their first win on the board. It's been a gallant effort by Gembrook Cockatoo, but just weren't quite good enough on the day, it seems. Hourahan with another possession out wide to Heathcote, who does decide to keep it in play. He comes back to Hale, who did well. Stepped his man, stepped around another as well. It wasn't Hale, sorry. In fact, it was Want. Up and under ball. Oh, big fly there, but no mark can be taken by McKernan. In the area was Murphy. And once again, I think they might just go for the stoppage here, and they do. So another ball up right in front of the scoreboard on the outer side of the ground.
Outer side of the ground, we wouldn't expect it to be much more than a minute or two left in this game. Underneath the scoreboards, the ball's balled up here. Tapped down one by Ferrito. He's put himself in the ruck for the last bit of the game. Snap around his body. Forbes is going to mop this one up, and that he does. Good intercept mark taken by Forbes coming in at pack. But then he's fallen over and then made a bit of a thing about it. Now he kicks it forward. Can it might be taken? No. They move it forward here now. Do Gembrook Cockatoo. They bring it up. Chance for another goal possibly. But now they look to go forward. Can they get a handball clearing and just a run at it? Wouldn't be much more than 30 seconds left. As the umpire going to see this, he's going to ball this one up at about in the middle of wing and half forward for Gembrook Cockatoo on the far side of the ground. Now Haas put himself up near the ball. He wants another goal before the end of the game, I reckon.
Yep, most certainly, Trent.
There's the ball's balled back up for Rito, but Gordon muscles his way through and gets the tap down. Now they go forward. Ferrero just bombs it down into the 450. Beck is there. It might be taken. Forbes drops it. It's gone out the back, but can they make something of this? But they just help it over the boundary line for a boundary throw in.
Nicely done by Want. Just fumbled it the whole way. Didn't take it cleanly.
So can Gembrook Cockatoo make another one of this?
So 29 and a half gone. This will be the longest quarter so far today.
So ball to be thrown back into play. Beck going up against Gordon. Both rucks tangle with each other. Gordon losing his feet now. It's the bottom of the pack. Now he goes in again and lays the tackle. The umpire says, I'll ball that one up. And we are nearly about to go into 30 minutes. So this would probably be officially the longest quarter of the game. With the tired legs meaning more stoppages in play as the ball's thrown up. No ruck going at it, but Gordon manages to fight his way through. Then just chuck it on his boot. Puts a barrel straight up the middle of the ground. Hensen's in the area. Urquhart's also there. Urquhart goes in and picks it up. Handball there. It's cut off. But then it's worked out all right because it's got out the back to the debutant in Murphy. Murphy puts it forward. Now they can try and get it moving forward. They look to go to McKernan. Can he get there? No. It's going to trickle over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Deep in Mount Evelyn forward line. We're over 30 minutes. I wouldn't expect there to be... It wouldn't be enough time for a coast-to-coast. Let's put it that way.
I don't think so. So boundary throw it inside the forward 50 for Mount Evelyn. Good running there by Heathcote.
A very creative pass on by Chamberlain, just kicked it out of the air. Didn't get a touch on it. It was fantastic.
Should work out pretty fine. Marshall went up on the ruck and won the taps of Gembrook Cockatoo. Looked to come out of there, but Want's going to cut this one off. Does he fumble it over the boundary line again? No, he keeps it in play. Handball inboard to McKernan. Through the hands of Hurahan. Henson couldn't gather it cleanly. Heathcote got a handball away, but he turned it over. Once again, the Brookers look to come through the corridor. Can a mark be taken by Bourne? No, it can't. Spilled by Bowden at the front. Now Mount Ev, they're going to come inside forward 50. Tommy Burkett couldn't take it cleanly though. Still a chance for one more goal for the Rovers. And the umpire has called for a ball up. 31 minutes gone now in this last quarter. No, it's a free kick to Mount Evelyn, is it?
Yeah, probably for the hit on Tommy Burkett. I saw him, that's the second one he's copped in this quarter. Copped a really nasty one earlier as he cleared it out of defence and moved his way up to half forward, and he's copped a front on bump during that play.
Go. And he can take the full 30 seconds here. He can really take the sting out of this game now. So they should be home here. Looks like Riley McKernan, the recipient of the free kick.
Also, maybe not.
So he'll be directly in front. Kick of about 40 metres. This can make it 28 points the difference.
And 4:59 the time is at, so it's gone for a very long time, so the late start.
Yeah, that's it exactly right. And
big going on behind the ball as well.
So Riley McKernan.
Binoculars out.
Can he make it 28 points the difference? This, for the biggest lead of the game, it looks pretty good off the boot, and it's straight over the goal umpire's cap, and Riley McKernan puts it away. 11-12, 78 Mount Evelyn to Gembrook Cockatoo, 7-8-50, and the Rovers have responded. After a thumping defeat to Wanded last week, they are on the winners board in 2025. 28 points adrift they are at the moment. There can't be long left, you wouldn't think. 32 and a half gone in this final quarter. This is a long one.
Absolutely it is, and this is what I've been saying the whole day. You just got to be able to run out the game, and Mount Evelyn have certainly proved that they can, especially with these very long quarters that we've had at the end of this game.
Exactly right. This is not what the players would have wanted given the high temperature. It is back in the middle once again, and they've done really well. As Adam mentioned, they've run the game out better. They've handled the heat that bit better than Gembrook Cockatoo. They've had a bit more intensity, so Bourne on the ruck against Gordon. Gordon didn't even... He just thumped it straight into Bourne's face. Can you believe that? That was a bit of a mockery. Kift comes out wide, did well to Want, who just chips it down the line, and that should work out to Heathcote. And they might be able to find another goal here, so they're really running away with this Mount Evelyn. It's been such a tight tussle all day, but they've really stretched the margin out. So Damon Kift once again. Chip kick down the line, and that will do us. That is the final score here in the match of the round between Gembrook Cockatoo and Mount Evelyn, and the Rovers respond with a win. They lost by 141 points to Wanded last week, but they hit the winners board in season 2025 with a 28-point victory over the Brookers, 11-12-78 to 7-8-50. A good win on the road. Gembrook Cockatoo, unfortunately, slumped to 0-2. They'll need to respond in a couple of weeks' time in their next game. But, fellas, what an interesting contest.
100%, it was an interesting contest. It was tight all day, probably a bit tighter than we thought it would be. Gembrook put up a really good fight with Mount Evelyn, obviously coming off that big loss last week. They were always going to look to respond, and respond they did, I think. How did you see it, Adam?
Yeah, it was very tight all game, and all of a sudden in the last quarter, Mount Evelyn just pumped the accelerator. Yep. Really showed what they can do, ran out the game better, and sometimes it's as simple as that. You look at the conditions, and it's just who can survive them the best.
No, you're absolutely spot on there, Adam. It was a really hot day, and the Rovers just seemed to handle the conditions better for longer in that last quarter. It was pretty tight. It was 10 points the difference, but they kicked 3 goals in that last quarter to just a couple of behinds and did win by 28 points pretty comfortably. We'll take a look at some scores from around the grounds. I'll take you through the AFL at Norwood Oval. The Western Bulldogs 5-4-34 lead the Brisbane Lions 4-4-28. Trent will take us through Premier Division.
Yes, Premier Division, and it's Wandon who've got out the lead. 15-12, 102 to Woori Oaks, 14 goals, 10-94. Emerald final scores, Hillsville have won that. 11 goals, 28, 94 to 4 goals, 9-33. So imagine if they kicked straight, it could have been a real thumping.
Oh, my word, yeah.
Upway Tacoma, 16 goals, 9, 105, beating Officer, 11 goals, 6, 72. Linda Fernie Creek final scores, 9 goals, 18, 72, defeating Monbulk, 8 goals, 12, 60.
There we go. That's all the Premier Division scores. Adam will now take us through the Division 1 scores.
Division 1, so Pakenham just kept going. 20 goals, 24 for 144 against Powtown's 1 goal, 3-9. Yarra Junction, 7-8-50 versus Yays, 11-9-75.
Yep.
Yarra Glen, 15-10-100 to Belgrave's 13-12.
Wow.
So another good game, a 10-point win for Yarra Glen.
Yarra Glen have come from behind.
Absolutely, they have. It's fantastic. And then final in the Seville match, so Seville 16-11, 107 to Alexandra's 8-15, 63.
That's a huge upset trend in that Yarra Glen v Belgrave game.
Absolutely,
Belgrave
it is.
Playing finals last season, and Yarra Glen, I think they finished second last year, so that's a huge win for them. Belgrave slumped to 0-2 as well, so disappointing result for the Magpies. Anyway, we'll take a look at the netball in the match of the round here today between Gembrook Cockatoo and Mount Evelyn. The Rovers absolutely dominated, 80-10 they defeated Gembrook Cockatoo. Emerald 61 defeated Hillsville 36. Wandon 69 defeated Woori Alec 48. Upway Tacoma 39. I believe have gone down to Rock 49. That's not confirmed, but I believe that will be the final result. Monbulk 63 defeated Linda Fernie Creek 42. And then we take a look at the Division 1 A-grade netball scores from around the grounds. The Pakenham Lions 105 defeated Powtown 9. Yarra Junction 48 defeated Yay 28. Yarra Glen 72 defeated Belgrave 43. No updates from Seville v Alexandra. We'll get those two at some point. And Warburton Millgrove, of course, had the bye. Well, that is pretty much all there is to talk about here at Gembrook Recreation Reserve. A fantastic win for the Mount Evelyn. They got the double today. They won the netball. They won the football pretty comfortably in the netball. It was a tight tussle in the footy, but they got the job done in the end. The Vets are coming out onto the ground now as well. That game is due to start any second because it was meant to start at 5 o'clock, but will be delayed due to the late finish in the footy. So that should be a pretty interesting contest as well. But gentlemen, thank you for joining me today.